Huntington.
Oh, hello everyone. Hello everyone. And welcome to something a little different. Just a little different. Is it not working? Are we not live? Is my thing just super far behind? I think my screen is just super far behind on my page. Hi. Hello everyone and welcome to a very special little D&D two-shots that I'm doing with some of my friends that you all unlocked by doing a nice little cookie reward challenge a few months ago at this point, I think, really. It's been a little bit. I don't know if they can hear me yet. I think I did it wrong. Hold on a second. I'm just gonna... If I unmute, but deafen... Nope, if I deafen, they can't hear me either. So that sucks a little bit. That's a little unfortunate. Is it? Okay. I'm gonna pause because I am very much in a set where I am not 100% certain it's gonna work. My stuff is all over the place right now. We are not in the normal setup. We're not in the normal view, as you can tell. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm both running the game and running the stream, so we're gonna see. This is gonna require a little bit more touching than normal. Full quick announcements. 2 quick announcements before we really get started. All right? 2 quick announcements before we really get started. 1, I'm playing D&D with my friends, which means I'm going to be reading chat a little bit less. I'm going to be looking at what you all are saying a little bit less. I'm not going to be responding to you as immediately as I do in a normal stream, because I'm focused on telling a really cool story with my friends. So because of that, I apologize. This stream's going to be more akin to a video that you would watch for me than to a stream. It's going to be a slightly different vibe. I hope you all are okay with that and you're good with that. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the spooky. Secondly, this is all to celebrate the launch, or at least the announcements, of my 3rd Kickstarter on loot tables, which is for these very pretty and very shiny, look chat, there you all are, very pretty and very shiny acrylic character trackers for D&D 5e. So if you play the game and you play in person, these would be super useful. They're launching next Friday on Kickstarter, so you can go check them out. Exclamation mark Kickstarter or KS for info there. And we have some cool things, so it's gonna be fun. So with the music in the background setting the tone, we can go ahead and...
Someone called Minecraft Mom 82 is in there.
Yeah, she is.
We love Minecraft Mom over here.
Okay, and let's meet our players. Hi, friends.
Hello.
How are you all doing?
Hello.
Doing pretty good tonight.
So... thank you. First off, I'm gonna start right at the top. Thank you all for agreeing to this silliness. This is gonna be a lot of fun, so I'm excited.
Very much fun.
But I realize that people who watch my channel might not know most of you. So let's just do a quick around the table introducing everybody. Right at the top, Starbuck, if you could go first. I'm gonna get our social medias up.
So I do need to first know whether or not that was actually your mom in chat.
No.
Oh, all right.
No.
Well, bye, Mom. Hello, I'm Starbuck. You can find me at Starbuck on Twitter. I do lots of gaming, not usually like for things. I just do it, I guess, for fun. I make stuff and I post about garbage, and I'm here to smash stuff and have a good time.
Nice.
Bye, Mom.
Griggs, you want to go next?
Yeah, I am Kriggs from the Hired Swords D&D podcast. I am the producer and play Kriegsgalder on the podcast itself. You can find our show at the Hired Swords on Twitter or any of the podcatchers. You can find it. Or my personal is the Hired Kriggs on Twitter. You can find me there. I mostly just do lots of goofy D&D stuff on the social medias of sort.
Very nice. All right, Ryu?
Yeah, so I'm Mikey or Ryu HD or Joxer from the Hired Swords, so I play with Gwen and Kriggs or Roxy Rad, and mainly play games, do nerdy things, and help produce the podcast, The Hired Swords.
Nice. All right, here's a name that everybody should recognize. Sierra.
Hey guys, you all know me at this point somehow. I'm Sierra. I've just been in chat a lot, hoping to talk with you guys in the server, but here's my face. Hi. 22, film major in college, and love filmmaking. So I love film, and I'm also a musician. I love that stuff a lot. But I found D&D like 2019 or something. One of my old friends hooked me up with it, and been having a great time. I'm a bard in real life, or might as well be. So that's my favorite class. I'm not playing a bard tonight though, which is a bit weird. But I'm looking forward to just have fun here, meet some of Lagundo's friends, and just go to town. It's gonna be a good time.
Okay.
I'm not TNT. Shut up, TNT. I don't have a script here. Why are you looking at my screen?
Okay. And then finally,
You do. None of us got a copy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I did write it all out, just nobody got a copy. That is Dungeons and Dragons.
That's right.
Roxy, you want to finish us up?
Sure thing. Hi, I'm Roxy Rad. You can find me at RoxyRad27 on Twitter. And I play Gwendolyn in the cool podcast that everyone's listening to called The Hired Swords. And like Blaze says, you can find our stuff online anywhere.
Okay.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, at all the places. And you all are prepping for season 2 sometime soon, if I remember.
Yep, season 2 starts November 3rd. We just wrapped up season 1 a couple weeks ago, and we're gonna go deep diving into season 2.
Very nice. All right. Why, hello there. Okay. And with all that out of the way, again, so a quick intro for everybody who doesn't know D&D, which I've been talking with all of them. This is weird. We're playing D&D for a bunch of people who normally just watch me play Minecraft. So, basically, we're all going to sit here and play pretend with these shiny little click-clack math rocks telling us whether or not the pretend things we want to do succeed or fail. I am responsible for the world and telling the story, and each of the 5 of them are also responsible for telling the story, but through the point of view of their individual characters, who you all will get to meet in just a moment. Okay, now the nerves are here. You ready to get started?
Let's go.
No. Yeah, no, I'm ready.
Okay, cool. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's been great. No.
Hi!
So, located in the Ashkeeper Peaks on the continent of Corsair, the Emerald Palace accepts visitors only once per year for their annual gala on the winter solstice. Invitations are very hard to come by, and no one has yet to be able to guarantee their attendance to the event. So it's very much a badge of honor and accomplishment to say that you've gone and tell the stories of this night of rubbing elbows with everyone from royalty to sellswords to people long thought dead and gone. The invitations arrive by magical means and have found each of you through one method or another. This is the kind of place where the walls might as well have been made out of solid emerald. Instead, they reflect a green light from a winter borealis overhead as you all sit in your carriages and wonder who's in the one in front of you, who's in the one behind you. It could be a politician, an assassin, a member of the Brachalian royal family, or the tailor who did your suit. Everyone is equally opportune to be invited to the castle. You only are to treat everyone with dignity once inside. And of course, formal attire is required. You all sit there and you wait, and a few moments later, your carriages pull forward and the next 3 are opened, And then a few moments later, your carriages pull up to a large gold and silver embossed set of gigantic doors that stretch 30 feet up into the air. Everyone in green satin and silk vests, finely tailored three-piece suits natural to the region, step up in perfect unison, grabbing the handles of 3 of your carriages, open it, and swing the doors outwards. Roxy, I'd like you to describe your character as the attendant places their hand inside for you to grab to help you out.
You see an elven woman with snowy white hair, markings on her face to show her rank, with piercing purple eyes, and instead of taking the man's hand, she slightly pushes it away, and she steps out the carriage herself, and then nods at the man, and then proceeds in. And she's dressed in this nice leather with a bow on her back, and this nice green cloak with woven gold thread of an oak tree on the back.
Alright. You step forward to kind of the second row. It's like a coat check of sorts. Yes. Your invitation, please.
She nods, and then she reaches down, she pulls out the invitation, and she passes it to him.
Okay.
And then just stares at him.
It's purely on the card. It's about yay large. It's fine cardstock with silver and gold threading and a slightish green tint. Your name was nowhere on this invitation. Purely a location, a date, and a time. Lady Valentina, thank you. Please.
Volante.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No
And
need.
You see someone behind managing with like a little clipboard just snap their eye over that way towards them. My most sincerest of apologies. I am so sorry.
It's fine. And then she proceeds, if she can, she's just gonna walk in.
Yeah. Once you hand
Okay.
that in, you're good to go right on through. As Lady Volante starts ascending the stairs, the second of the 2 carriages opens up. You take a moment and turn around and look and see who was behind you, because it was just in the back of your mind. Like, you saw who exited right ahead of you. You see this large Goliath-looking man with huge tattoos and across his arms and up his head, around and onto his face. Nice 3-piece suit, but cut off right above the elbows, just to allow for the tattoos and the muscle to show off. Kriggs, I would like you to describe what everybody sees as you start to enter and what you want to do.
Well, you're gonna see, like he said, this large burrowing individual pop out of the actual carriage. Yes, Lord Demetrius. I believe my invitation should see me in.
The voice and the build very much confuse the person that you're talking to, because you are a full 2 feet taller than everyone else in eyesight.
That eyebrow. Yeah.
So you're a full 2 feet taller than everybody else in eyesight, but you hand the invitation over. They quickly flip it over. Again, you don't see a name. Anything else along those lines? Yes, Lord Demetrius, thank you for attending our gala. Please, up the stairs and enter the main hall.
I expected refreshments already. I expect there to be some as I proceed. Thank you.
You see about 4 steps past this desk, there's a person holding a silver platter with large flasks.
I just take the whole platter and continue forward.
Fantastic.
So good.
Volante, what's your passive perception?
It is... Sorry, I'm new to this. 18?
18. What's your spell save DC, Kriggs?
Not great. I believe it should be 18.
18. Never mind. Oh wait, meat would do it. So you see the smallest hint as this large Goliath man grabs the plate of the whole thing, you see just the littlest bit of like his palm doesn't really like match the bottom of the platter. Like it's like it.
You'll just
It just looks off. It's weird. It's just very offsetting, and you're wondering is it the setting or anything else?
you'll just see Volanthe just.
And as that stare down is going forward, out of the third carriage, Sierra, can you please describe your character?
Well, Vaughn steps out of the carriage, and he's dressed relatively simply for classy. He has a simple white button-up shirt with the black suit and cloak behind him. You can tell that the pockets he has in that cloak are pretty big, but you can't tell if they're full or not. You can't tell what's empty, what's not. And the only real items you could see that decorate this is a single metal chain with a pocket watch attached. And he walks up to the people next to the carriage and says, "Well, that did not take that long.
We tried to do our best."
You've done admirably." He hands him the invitation.
Okay. And grabs it. Sir Cronin, Lord Cronin, Sir Cronin, Mr. Cronin. Thank you very much for attending. Off onto your right.
"Thank you, sir."
Okay.
He goes in and takes a singular drink.
All right, just one from a tray, and you see now one person walking back with a tray who is just like, I have no idea what happened. He just took the whole thing. Your three now empty carriages move forward, and the next batch move into position. Starbuck, as your door is opened, and you and your +1 start to exit, can you please describe what everybody sees?
So the doors open, and the first thing you see out of the carriage, from the side view, is a single black boot, covered, draped in this velvety black material. And what follows is a taller, lithe, genasi woman. She's an air genasi, so she's got this mute cobalt skin with these markings up the cheek, this wild hair, and she gets out of the carriage. She's wearing this completely black dress. Sleeves go all the way into gloves, and as she steps out of the carriage, behind her gets out a younger middle-aged just human man who's got jewelry all over the place. He's got some tasteful tattoos. He has a peg leg and a curly mustache. And he you can tell he's reaching for her hand, and she has forgotten he exists.
You walk up to the table. Yeah, he kind of scooches up behind you, just one step behind. Hand the invitation over. Yes, Lady Galestorm? Galestorm?
She also pulls it out of her pocket because her dress does have pockets.
Of course, all great dresses do.
Actually important information.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I do need you to know that.
Yeah.
Sirocco will be fine.
Sirocco, thank you for attending the gala. Up and to your left into the main hall for refreshments and music.
Excellent, thank you.
Thank you. You step past, and he starts walking with you, and she says, is he attending with you?
She looks at him as if she has completely forgotten that he's there. Yes.
Excellent.
Come along.
And he just scooches up and tries to put like a hand inside your arm.
Yeah, she delicately places platonically places it on top.
Ooh. He takes 1d10 pride damage as the two of you start walking forward into the door. And last but not least of our characters for this evening, Rai, as your door is opened, Ryu, please describe what everybody would see.
Yeah, so you see this kind of smaller, lean old man, some wavy hair. He's got a nice long handlebar mustache, kind of neat goatee, and he's got this red velvety suit jacket, and the suit jacket kind of flails out into two coattails, and it's got this little gold clasp that seems to be holding it as one button. The clasp kind of looks like a bird that's got its wings holding the jacket together. Underneath the jacket, you can see this really ruffly white button-up shirt, and you think artist formerly known as Prince, ruffles just kind of coming out the top and chest, and this draping sash belt, and then simple dress pants and shoes. And he kind of steps out with his left hand, which is holding this little ornate cane. Thank you, young man. I appreciate it. And he's just gonna start walking forward to where he's supposed to go. And hello. What could I? Do I need to give you the invitation?
No, sir, over there. And the kind of half orc dressed up just points over to the same tables that it's kind of an assembly line set up. So you go to the next.
My apologies. I apologize. And he kind of hobbles over there on his cane, and then I know I had that invitation somewhere. And he starts reaching around and here, and then he almost drops it and catches it midair, and then leans forward and hands it. Here you go, sir.
Yes. Okay. Lord Huntington, correct.
Huntington. Yep.
Huntington.
Yep.
Thank you.
Huntington. Yep.
Huntington. Yes. Thank you very much for your attendance at the gala. Do you need assistance ascending the stairs?
Oh, I mean, if it wouldn't, be too much of a bother.
And they just kind of snap their fingers, and you see somebody walk up, not to assist you directly, but instead they place down a small red and purple satin carpet, only about yay long, just enough for you to stand on. Sir, please step onto here.
Oh, yes, okay. And then steps on it.
Okay, so it takes it's an interesting sensation because your feet still retain to feel like they're on solid ground, but you watch yourself ascend about 1.5 feet up off the floor as you just right up the stairs.
This is fancy.
Those of you who are still attending, all of a sudden you feel this slight breeze as this 70-something, just old-looking dude just whoom, right past you. First one in the door of the five of you. You are quick. It slightly blows your hair back.
Do I happen to see if drinks have already been brought back that I might be able to actually snap and grab?
If you grab one of my drinks off my trays, you pass me. I'll be real mad.
You can certainly try.
I think I will try.
Make a dexterity check for me, please.
That is a nat 20.
Oh,
okay,
first roll.
Yeah!
Oh, second roll. No, that was the first roll.
First roll of the night is not
First
a D20.
roll of the night. Okay.
Love it.
Right off of what you see of all of the attendants, right? Because you're about 1.5 feet up off the ground, and you're at average height.
Yeah.
The only one who would be at arm level is this large Goliath, who's holding a tray of 4 and appears to be entering in as well. So you, using your keen mind of trajectory and velocity and everything else, just hook one with the cane and flip it to the other hand and tip your head as
Thank you, young man. Yeah.
up and in. First one in. Glorious start. That was amazing.
I'm gonna just chug the rest of them. No one's getting any other of these ones.
How much higher is the carpet than like our heads?
It's a 1.5 feet off the ground.
I just
Oh.
look at that and go,
Yeah, it's about a foot. It's about 1.5 feet off the ground, and it just enough that it clears for its length, as the front of it is just barely clearing the stairs by a few inches. The back of it is about 1.5 feet up as it's ascending at the velocity it's ascending.
Is there an opportunity to get on it as it goes by?
Ooh, it's really only big enough for one person, so you could try to like
That's fine.
bop him off if you would like to try.
Move over,
No,
old
she's
man.
gonna-
It's my turn.
She's gonna try and like backpack him. She wants to like occupy the same bubble.
Okay, so you're just gonna full on piggyback and try to jump on him.
Yeah.
All right, make a
Yeah.
make a dexterity check. The DC for this is gonna be a little bit higher.
That's all right. I have to my dexterity a +3. Can I? Never mind. All right.
I'm
So
trying to weasel this. Roll the dice.
15 + 3, 18.
18. Oh boy, Wilfred, could you please make a strength check for me, please?
Oh, that's a good step.
As you very gloriously grab this drink, take a sip, and all of a sudden, wham! On your back.
It's a 10 minus 1, so a 9.
Okay, so
No.
Sirocco, you gracefully mount in a
Mhm.
piggyback position onto this man.
As she do.
Yeah, as you do. Ready, right? Like, legs are wrapped around, arms are over his neck, you're good to go. Your +1 is just like, but, like, that's
Nope,
all he gets
I have a
out.
new +1.
Not even another word. It's just but. And that's all you hear is the wind's rolling past your ears for about 3 seconds. As your
You
new
noticed
+1 right leg buckles underneath the weight of 2 people, and the 2 of you up the last 4 stairs.
No.
Blante sees this and she's just disgusted by what's happening.
Yeah.
And she's like, I want no part of this. And she just goes to the opposite end of the room.
Okay.
I
Jericho
would
is
like
giggling.
Vaughn's gonna do the same thing. He's just kind of walking away.
I would love to make a dexterity check just to see if I could hold on to my drink and not spill it.
Go for it.
That'd be impressive.
No,
No.
that's a 5.
No.
That didn't work out.
It is not the most graceful attempt. You are able to retain the glass, but everything inside is gone.
It's all over me.
Yeah, it's you have both started the party early. You are ready to go. It's exciting, but at the speed you were moving and you pushed forward, like your feet were still on it as your body started to hit the stairs, and the carpet kind of flipped you up and over, and poof, ass, butt over tea kettle, just right to the top of the stairs. You're now at the front of the line, just with a slightly less graceful but more entertaining entrance than some of the others.
Wilfred probably. Oh, ma'am. Oh, well, aren't you a strong-looking lady? Would you
I
like to
am.
help me entry?
Sure. And she will pick you up and carry you like a baby.
With your strength, not a question. I'm not even gonna make you roll.
Yeah.
Wilfred is just giggling.
You
You
go.
just hear
Yeah,
this
so
nasty.
is she.
Vaughn's
So-
just watching this encounter going,
Have I noticed the original +1? And is he familiar?
Make a perception check for me, please.
Sure.
Wilfred, my beloved.
That is a 14.
So, the person themselves would not exactly be familiar because you never actually met them. However, you would have clocked the very auspicious entrance on the magic carpet going up the stairs, and putting two and two together, yeah, that's probably her and that's probably him.
I'm gonna kind of angrily, after having chugged all the drinks, just kind of toss the tray aside. I know who this is.
All right. As you all, you're now, the rage has put you out of focus. But as you all start making your way inside, some having a few more eyes than others, there's idle conversation and chit chat. There's all sorts of different circles that are forming in the large grand hall space. It is emerald and ivory and marble flooring, this beautiful diamond hatch pattern, large marble columns to 40-foot ceilings. The voices echo as there's a 4-string quartet playing in one corner. This music is actually happening in the space right now as you start to enter. It is cheery and high class and just astounding. And there's small globes of light that are floating throughout all of the space. Glass jars with a floating candle inside providing light for the entire area. Everything is magical. Just feels... it's very well presented. As you start looking around, you get replacement drinks, relatively easy, little bits of food. There are small tables around as you're sitting around. Chat has now been seen as part of the party. The room is yours for the next few minutes. What would you all like to do?
Miss, my name's Wilfred Huntington. I think you can put me down now. I appreciate it.
Oh, my name is Sirocco, and I can show you the world.
Oh, I absolutely believe that. I think
And
I
then
can
she's
walk.
gonna start spinning.
What?
As the waltz starts to come on, the two of you just make your way out to the floor. Do 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 do. Your feet haven't hit the ground. Yeah, your feet have not touched the inside of this house. But yeah, and away you two go.
As the waltz comes on, I've grabbed another tray of drinks, and I'm dancing solely by myself, holding the drinks and just trying to ignore the fact I recognize somebody here at the party.
Okay. As you're starting... oh, go for it.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. His thing.
As you're starting to go for it, you're starting to hit that 1 hour mark where you're going to need to find a dark corner.
Yeah.
For what?
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 What is weird? We just got here.
Just like you're starting to clock in your head, and you're like, all right, I got about 10 minutes. So, just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Noted.
Vaughn?
Well, Vaughn is going to be around the fringes of the crowd, not near the center of the dance floor. He's staying outside and talking to people. He's trying to find out who's been here before. He's talking to other guests and asking who's been here before tonight.
Make a general D20 check. Let's see if you find somebody.
19.
Okay. So, you do find one of the rare repeat visitors to the event.
Okay.
Kind of a slightly middle-aged looking human male. Large tuft of blonde hair. Very big bravado to his voice. Just a booming ha 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 ha. Just telling a story to a group of about 6 or 8 people who are enthralled with whatever he's saying at the moment. He's wearing, on top of this beautiful suit, he's got a polished silver, maybe platinum, looking half breastplate and shoulder pauldron and a decorative piece of armor that's running down his arm, with 2 large lions that are engraved on it with gold. Think very Jaime Lannister type in this moment. Season 1 Jaime Lannister. That's the vibe that you're getting off of this person.
Very fancy.
And he's like, yes, this is my 3rd attendance to the gala. They just keep having so much fun. They keep needing to invite me back. The drinks, the wine, the other things which I should not spoil for you. Oh, what a wonderful evening. You're all in for such a show. It's going to be fantastic.
I'm going to. Can I insight check if he's telling the truth?
Yes, please make an insight check.
Never mind.
Hard to read amongst
3 on the die. 3 on the die is not happening.
He is very confident with what he is saying right now. And with so many people around and other conversations going on, you hear little bits of whispers and excitement and giggles and a little bit. And you see somebody off on the left. You see two people pointing and giggling, a man and a woman just pointing, and they're both staring at him intently. And it distracts you for a second because you're about to hear something. You hear giggles, and then you look over, and he's ha 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 ha, just right back to that awful laugh. You don't get a good vibe, but hard to read in the moment.
So Vaughn just goes, I don't trust you.
What's there not to trust, my friend?
I like. If it's so uncommon to come here once, why several times?
I mean,
I don't know, it seems suspicious to me.
It's uncommon to be a prince, but I am.
I just look at him and go, okay, and your point?
Oh, we all are born from different circumstances, my friend. We all have different luck.
I'll give you that much.
You'll see Volante walk. She's probably eavesdropping on the conversations happening, so she's walking around and she probably heard that conversation and is just kind of cautious. And does she see anyone from her citadel?
Make a general perception check.
All right. 10 plus 8. 18.
Bonkers perception. All right.
Looking out with my eyeballs.
So as you're looking around, you see 2 other individuals publicly displaying that they're from the same citadel as you are and from your area, and you just barely clock a 3rd who's dressed extremely differently, but you share that moment of eye contact and downloading 65 gigs of information from each other, and it's like, oh, okay, all right, you're doing something else. I won't interfere with you. You 2 I could speak to. This could be interesting. But you clock a few people in the crowd that you recognize on very much passing in the hall or work at the same place kind of level. No close familial relationship, first name basis kind of people.
She does a nod, kind of a slight bow, just to acknowledge them.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just keeps going. She's not really into talking. She's more about surveying the area.
Okay.
Just kind of keeping to herself.
Other than potential accomplices, are you looking for anything else specifically?
I'm trying to find who invited me. Who's the head honcho? And all I see is this tall Goliath. And I'm just like, no, it couldn't be him.
Hey.
She just keeps looking, surveying the crowd. Oh no.
Okay. Oh no, Sierra, you're in the shadow.
Give me a second.
Okay.
You just find a dark corner.
Yeah.
He fell through a trap door.
Yeah.
Speaking of, pardon me, sir. Lord Demetrius here requires the facilities. One too many drinks. Yes.
Yes. There's a privy around to the left. Second door on your right.
I'm not even gonna let him finish. I'm just waddling.
Make a deception check for me, please.
Okay.
With it, no, straight roll.
I don't even need advantage. That's a 19 plus.
Dang.
What's my deception? Yeah, 23.
23. Awesome. So you're able to make your way out of the main hall. Every room is occupied to this point. Like, you're having a hard time finding a room or a corner or a hallway. You actually have to head into the privy to be able to then find a small isolated area with a very nice like metal grate door with some kind of opaque frosted glass pressed into it. But once you close that, you have complete privacy.
Once I finally step in, you're going to see a little bit of swirl of smoke from the top of my head, and I kind of shrink down in size just slightly. And you're going to hear, Lord Demetrius is getting too old for this. And I will turn into a green orc for just a moment, and I'll take a few quick breaths. And then the smoke rises back up as I recast Mask of Many Faces.
All right. Back into Lord Demetrius.
Yes, Lord Demetrius at your service.
Excellent. And you clock yourself as far as the time that you have and re-exit and start rejoining the party.
Do your like feet or butt cheeks like squeak when you walk? Because I feel like in my head canon they
totally.
do.
Yeah. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't have the dog cam. I'll get you a dog cam. That's hilarious. Like your shoes.
Betrayed them.
I have. Your shoes are just a little. It's not gonna work. Oh no, I gotta turn off all the channel point rewards before everybody just burns channel points that won't do anything. Is there anything else you would like to do while you're making your way across? Back to the
myself?
Party? Yes.
Yes. Once I get back into the main room and as I'm passing Sirocco and Huntington, I'm going to Huntington. I'm going to kind of shake a little bit, and from my pant leg, you'll see this little tiny spider, kind of Black Widow-esque. It's gonna crawl itself up towards Huntington and up his leg, try to go undetected and crawl up his back and hide itself just inside the collar of his shirt, if possible.
Okay, make a stealth check for your familiar, please.
Will do.
We'd have to go up my leg because he's not on the ground.
Oh, he's rolling against both your passive perceptions. That's fine.
Oh, okay. My passive is 15.
Stealth plus 5. I rolled a 17.
Ooh, that beats both of you, I think.
Yep.
Okay, so your familiar is able to. You're very careful in giving it instructions that it doesn't actually crawl up Sirocco's leg. It crawls up like a little trail of the dress, never to make direct contact, to never give itself away.
Oh, I specifically telepathically instructed it. The stinky old lady from way back when, you stay away from her, you go to the old man.
Okay. It had to go up her leg to get to his because it's been 25 minutes. You have not touched the ground. All right?
Yeah.
I like to think that I'm like ragdolling you.
Yeah. So it was like just onto the top of your foot, Sirocco, and then hopping over to Wilfred's to then make the way around behind, and then kind of it settles just in between the ruffles on the back. But you're able to get your familiar in position without too much of an issue to be able to.
I'm just gonna strut back onto the dance floor and squeak my way around a few more waltz.
As you make your way through, you start, getting through. At one point in time, somebody just comes up and gives a slight bow and asks to dance with you.
Lord, with me?
Yes, you're so interesting. Are those real sapphires?
They better be. I paid quite the price for these.
May I have this dance?
Okay, you rascal.
You get him, bud.
Get a boy,
Little
get a
home
boy, get a boy, get a boy. But yeah, you start making your way and do me a favor, just give me a performance check, please.
Sure. 14 plus 4, 18.
Okay. Even with your illusory form over your real one, you're able to, for a moment, she comes in and wants to start leading, and you're like, that's not going to work with the hologram. So there's that moment of like, I'm going to lead, no, I'm going to lead, no, I'm going to lead, no, I'm going to lead. But you find a rhythm that you're able to avoid her passing through the areas where the illusory self doesn't match the physical. And you're able to maintain your illusion through several waltzes as you start to make progress. All right. So that's several of you occupied. Volante and Vaughn, think about what you're doing. Let's go back to Sirocco and Wilfred. What are you two talking about?
No, well, Sirocco, you're quite amazing on the floor here.
Oop.
I mean, you're light as a feather, and she's just gonna keep whipping you around, and like as you, as she's making these like really like over exaggerated motions like with your body, you can see as her hair moves that there is like the only like skin you can see through her dress is a diamond shaped cut in the back. And down her spine is the sheath of a black sword.
Ooh. You notice that even though Wilfred should be an old man, he's rather limber. He's moving quite well with you throwing him around. Well, I'm sure that I caught your attention because of you know who Wilfred Huntington is.
No, I've just really liked your carpet. Where did you get it?
Oh, that was given to me from the individuals who took the invitation.
I got a door prize.
Well, I suppose you have to look a little needy to get a couple of special items sometimes.
Sirocco puts you down and immediately goes to walk down the stairs.
Okay. So just as suddenly as this beautifully strong woman came into your life, she just kind of poof and just turns and walks away.
As you do.
Yeah, Wilfred just well, that was quite the adventure. I wonder where I can find something else. And he's gonna go to get drinks and snacks at the moment.
Easy enough. As you make your way to the table, you see high elven woman, markings on the face, a beautiful dress as well, holding a drink and just casing the crowd.
Well, miss, aren't you just striking? Is this your first time here?
She just looks down at him. Who are you?
I'm Wilfred Huntington.
I've never heard of you.
Oh, that means you must be quite young, miss. That would be the only way you wouldn't have heard of my deeds at the siege of Avon Vista.
Make a history.
Keep staring at him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'll make a history check. See if
You
I
just
know.
don't care, or?
Oh yeah, we know it. You know it. I know it. She just a grade AB.
Okay, cool.
Roll to care.
Roll to care.
Yeah.
Okay.
18.
18? You've heard of the Siege of Avon Vista. You've never heard the name Huntington specifically. Not like that would change your reaction in this moment.
She'll just go, nice to meet you. She kind of forces it out as she slightly bows because she doesn't care about this guy.
Okay.
She's
Oh,
just like,
It's quite the honor to meet you, miss.
It is. And she starts to walk away. And her head's up high. See ya.
Legs, you okay over there? You went off screen, so I don't think Chet could see the same thing we saw.
Oh.
That was so good.
Oh, okay. Rolling for pride damage. Hold on. You take 3 points of pride damage as
I love you so much.
As you receive this double pop from the first 2 people you've spoken to at this party.
Is there anything?
You are also on fire.
He's is there something I can see myself in? Like he's trying to look for like a glass that he can make sure his jacket is straight or something.
Yeah. So there's these beautiful kind of obsidian mirrors throughout at regular intervals throughout the space. They're like a finely polished black glass. They're not a window because there's a room on the other side, but it's just amazing for the reflection, and it's interesting. It contrasts. You don't see the reflection of the room, but all people, and it almost shows anything that's different from what the room would be 100% of the time. So you see the tables, you see drinks, glasses, people, but you look and try to catch an angle, and you can't see the floor on the other side. It's just this beautifully made piece, and there's maybe a dozen of them separated on the walls every 50-100 feet.
I'd like to look through one and then really make sure that everything's good, and straight. Maybe a perception check against anything that might be.
Make an investigation check with disadvantage. Because you don't know it's there. You know it's there, but you don't know it's there.
No, so I rolled a 17 plus something and a nat 1.
Ooh.
And so that pride damage really
it has you distracted. You spend a lot of time focusing on the front ruffles just to make sure that they're adequately puffed.
Yeah.
And you don't really focus as much on the back. Okay.
I'll just hang out, sip on some drinks, and catch up since I lost one for the team.
Okay. Sirocco, what are you doing?
She's huffing it down the stairs.
Okay.
She will confront the first person in the emerald green suit that she encounters.
Okay. You see this kind of slightly older looking halfling woman with a scroll and a little slate, like a chalkboard slate balanced on one arm, balancing with a stylus and little spectacles kind of right at the edge of her nose as she's securing things. As you see the line is almost starting to come to an end as far as people joining.
Are people getting things as they come in?
Hello. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Your question?
Are you giving things out when people come in here?
What would give you that idea? No.
Well,
This isn't some common party.
You gave a guy a carpet. A magic carpet.
Oh, no, he... And she points to a station right next to the door where there's 5 of those mounted
He goes
on a
into
rack.
one.
Oh, ma'am. Those are for some of our less physically capable guests, and I don't mean to. I would assume this would be a compliment, but you look fully capable of able to be ascending and descending the stairs without any concerns.
I have a major concern, and that is that I did not get one of these carpets.
They are not
Thank you.
given.
Thank you. And she's just walking.
Make an intimidation check.
Roll for Karen.
Oh, don't be salty just because I left you on a boat.
The wrong boat.
the correct boat.
From a certain point of view.
Sorry, I made my D&D Beyond window very small. You wanted intimidation?
Yes, please.
5 + 5, 10. Don't make me hurt her.
So she is a third of your size, but is very much standing her ground in this moment. She's like, "Ma'am, these are not party favors to be given out to random attendees. These are owned by the lady of the house and are here as an accommodation for her guests. Do we have an issue?"
She's gonna unroll it because this is taking place at the back at the top of the stairs, right?
She is between you and the table, and there are 2 attendees behind the table as well. She
I do not
she
have
like
the carpet in my hand.
No, you do not yet. Like she booked it to get just in front of you. Just barely in front of you.
Speed is 40 feet.
She is
My legs are longer than she is.
unnaturally fast. Maybe she has a few levels in Rogue. Who knows? You don't know who they employ
All right.
here. You don't know.
All right. Well, I wouldn't want to do anything undignified. And she's gonna stomp back up the stairs.
As you're walking away, you just barely hear. As she starts to walk back down the stairs.
She turns. And like her aura like flicks for a second as like her eye twitches. And then she just keeps going.
Are you near the top of the stairs at this point?
Yeah, she'd be near the top of the stairs.
You're gonna feel a tap on the shoulder. I've since informed my dancing partner that I was gonna resign from this song, but you're gonna feel a tap on your shoulder and I'll be like, "Can I have this dance?" Just trying to stifle the situation.
Me. Sure.
Starting to dance and starting to waltz, I'm basically just gonna say,
She's gonna bodily like throw you into the dance floor.
"Oh yeah."
Oh yeah,
Okay.
full on like aggressive negotiate. Poof, like, yeah.
Don't blow your cover too much here at this facility. It sure seems like you're trying to create a ruckus, and I feel like the party has just started.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm creating a ruckus. I'd just say that I'm genuinely interested in what this secret
look your
party
dad in the
has to
eye.
offer.
You're creating a ruckus. I say a little bit more
Uh,
seriously.
Is she gonna get any sort of lost my straw? Is she gonna get any sort of like check being like super close to him to
Make
see
it-
who's through his illusion?
Make an insight check. Insight or perception?
I just threw my D20.
Insight or perception? Insight if you're trying to get a vibe off of what he's saying. Perception if you're trying to see like if there's anything off. Your choice.
Passive perception of 18 for that, I guess. I don't know.
I just want to see in this moment.
I'm vibe checking him. I'm gonna do an insight check.
Okay, insight check
that's
works.
a 7.
7?
5. 12.
12? You get hints that he's speaking to you very familiarly. Is that the word? Yeah, very familiarly for somebody you've never met before in your life.
I mean, I meet people all the time, so maybe I just forgot him.
Maybe.
I'd be used to that.
So, yeah. It sounds... This person's talking to you like they know you.
I mean, I've never been one to create a scene. She says daintily.
I just... Sure.
I really really enjoy the acoustics of your pants. Is that
Thank you.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think she's just gonna dance with you. She's just, totally put the thought that, like, you may actually recognize her aside and just continue having a good time.
And I'm gonna keep dancing and keep my cover for now.
Okay. I dropped my d20 as well. Okay. You're in one moment as you're dancing around, you catch your original date. Now just holding 2 drinks, just like, and you just watch him deflate slightly, and then just place one of them down and just turns and walks away.
Actually, more question. Are the dates invited by the person that's invited, or are they both invited from the Emerald Palace?
Sirocco, your invitation was
just to me.
So there
But
you
like,
go.
I also have been riding around on his boat for like a while
About 8
now.
months. Yeah,
Gotcha.
about 8
Yeah.
months.
I feel like the least I could do is like bring him to a party. Maybe I'll meet new people that
Yeah.
aren't me.
Yeah. So, you, as you're watching this exchange, Vaughn, you're the last one we haven't checked in on in a little bit. What are you doing? As you watch, as you saw a little bit
watched
of that
all of
exchange, yeah.
When after he saw Valentina's interaction and just that roast, he was like, and he goes over and approaches her more nonchalantly and goes, well, people aren't always the smartest, it seems, even with these invitations.
She looks at him. I agree. I can't believe some of these people got invited. And she kind of stands next to him. Oh? You seem very well mannered.
Well, you see, that's through discipline and not me actually being smart.
She's
I
intrigued
learned
by
to wait
this.
for the opportune moment.
This is the first person to get more than 3 sentences out of Alante. This is awesome.
Now she's excited.
Yeah, she's found you found the first interesting person at this party to talk to.
She's sitting, I guess she's not sitting, she's standing next to him as they're watching the people dance. I overheard you talking to someone. Did you find out who invited us? As she takes a drink.
I have not. I mean, anyone who does is willing to talk, it seems.
I have a feeling something bad is going to happen. I have been surveilling, but I cannot find anyone who owns this place. I never really heard of this Emerald Palace until a year ago. That's when I got my invitation.
Hang on, sorry, real quick, double checking my thing. Yeah, okay. He's looking around and just observing people in the crowd. He goes, well, I don't really think it's a coincidence people aren't invited more than once.
She just stares, and she's like, it hit her. Do people leave this party?
Good question. Only one way to find out.
She makes a head nod and takes another drink. She's nonchalant about this. She knows something's up.
Okay.
For the duration of the rest of this, he stands near her. I'm glad that we at least have an understanding. Someone here is good to have.
True. But if you stab me in the back...
Oh, if I
will
stab
do
you,
it.
you'll stab me back harder, I'm pretty sure.
You stab me in the back, I'll stab you in the front.
I was waiting for somebody to say it.
Dang,
Yeah.
missed opportunity.
Let us stab each other.
All I'm saying is that I would probably lose in the fight, so I will refrain myself.
Best
Yeah.
you did.
And now he just continues to people watch.
Okay.
I assume whoever is people watching will just see like Wilfred walking around to people and boasting about himself, up and down, and oh yes, this pistol of mine, it was brought in by a wonderful dwarven woman, and then it trails off of just nonsense of, just boastful stories, just nonstop. He's just walking around to everybody and talking about adventure and himself.
At this point, also, Vaughn will take an opportunity to use his telepathy to quickly say to Valentina, in case we need it.
You hear the voice of the person that you were talking to just kind of ring sourcelessly in your
He
head.
gives a light nod when he notices you checking.
He just doesn't make any. She just stares.
Just stares him down.
Yeah.
I didn't invite you into my mind.
Get out!
So as you're there, everybody's making their way around, moving from crowd to crowd, circle to circle. Small hors d'oeuvres are brought out, like little pâtés and little bits of food, a little like lettuce wrapped something. You're not 100% able to identify it.
Perfect.
All right, like
Sirocco will put at least 5 of those in her pocket.
okay, make a sleight of hand check for me. It's not a high DC. I just want to see who notices you doing this.
She's not being sneaky about it. I mean,
I got you, chat. It's fine. Give me time.
I
Let's
rolled a
feast.
natural 1.
So Wilfred, as you're walking around and talking with everybody, and you're like, I had a wonderful dwarven lady smuggle this out of Elsirion for me. You see that amazing woman who picked you up and literally swept you off your feet earlier today. Just shoved 6 lettuce wraps in her pocket.
Sirocco. Sirocco was it? Did I tell you how I got my pistol?
No, we met 5 minutes ago.
Well, I mean, it was a little longer than that, but I suppose, I know. I was just there was this. I got this pistol because a woman from Elsirion, a good dwarven friend of mine, she was just a doll, far too generous to a man like me. I believe she said that I could, get more use out of it than her, but and
So
it
glazed
just,
over.
yeah.
It goes from that, and it's like, well, so.
As he's talking, I kind of nod and smile and put my hand on his back and have the spider crawl up my sleeve. I realize he's not going to be of use to me as he's just a bumbling fool.
You have heard that pistol story 37 times.
Oh my god.
Every time you've tapped into the spider, it's like from Elsirion, this wonderful dwarven woman. It's more use to me than it could have been to her. It's wonderful from Elsirion. It's just like, oh good god.
The second you two make physical contact with each other, she hurts you into each other so that she can leave.
Just be friends, be friends, be friends.
And now kiss.
As you're making physical contact with me, as you heard me, I'm assuming?
You walked up, so yeah.
If you're
asked
making
me.
physical contact, my familiar is now going to try to crawl onto your person and find a place to hide, either in your hair or someplace.
Stop hiding things in my hair.
I'm gonna say the familiar is gonna be at disadvantage because she is actively looking at you to try to smush you two together.
How much does she smush us together?
How much you
Like,
smush
do-
them together?
Do we touch?
Only enough to make sure that I can get away.
Then you're honestly gonna have to make my view of you stop. So it would
Stop?
be a physical bump. So
That's fine.
If I am physically touching the body of, I'm sorry, what was it? Oh,
Yeah.
I would like to, sir, what was your name?
Two bros chilling on the dance floor.
I see what you're going at. Okay. What's your passive perception?
Mine or
passive is
his?
12.
12? Okay.
Yeah.
You can make a check if you would like to. Make a perception check for me.
Okay, so that will be a 16.
What was it? 18? Griggs, your DC is 18?
Yeah, 18.
Nope. You don't catch it in the moment because you're...
What does my familiar have as a bonus to my checks? 'Cause I just
Stealth?
need to know.
What's the stealth of a spider? I don't know. Hold on, give me a second.
If it's my stealth, if it's my familiar, and it would go off mine, it's +5, which would be super helpful.
I don't think it's that because depending on the form of your familiar, it gets different stats. It's +4. A spider
nice.
has +4 to stealth.
So I rolled a 17 and a 11, so my lowest disadvantage roll would be 15.
What's your passive perception, Soroka? I did not hear it, but I felt a 15 with contempt. So you see a moderately familiar spider crawl out of not exactly this person's sleeve, but just like through it. Like it no-clips through the top of the sleeve just a little bit as it starts walking up your arm.
She's gonna squash it.
Make an attack roll.
She will make her unarmed strike. That is a 14.
I think that hits a spider. Yeah, its AC is 12.
Oh no!
Do me a favor, roll a d4. Roll a d4. It might be able to survive.
Which
I
of
rolled
those?
a 4.
Never mind.
4 plus my strength, so 7.
7 points of damage as your spider makes it just up to her elbow, and I need a good smacking noise.
She's making eye contact with you the whole time.
Okay. I am not turning away from that eye contact.
And then she's just gonna say, gross. And then she's going to smush you together and walk away.
How fast is
I
Soroka?
am not interested in following.
How fast is Soroka walking away?
I mean, she's got a move of 40 feet.
Would we bump into each other, like when you turn around?
Oh, you're
How
right
close
behind
are
us.
you to me?
I'm walking. I'm just walking.
I think she wants to bump into you, is what we're saying.
Oh.
So
She'll let it happen.
Tell me if I'm wrong. As soon as Soroka turns around, Volante is walking right as she's passing, and she knocks a drink onto Volante, and it just covers her.
Oh.
How? You imbecile.
Vaughn just takes a step back.
Just exit the blast radius of what's about to happen.
Me?
Who else?
She's like-
You need to watch where you're going. How did you even get invited? And Volante's gonna try to leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
In
I'm gonna
case
need
you angry. Okay.
woman.
Yay, girl fight!
Girl fight, girl fight. Yeah, no. All right.
Is this self? She's gonna cast levitate on you.
That, I think you need to make a spell attack for an unwilling
No, she's not gonna
creature.
make a Constitution saving throw, DC 15.
Soro, no. Oh, chat, that's
Baby.
amazing.
Burning a spell slot this early makes me upset, but okay.
It's not
Do
spell
it
slot.
Do I have
for
to
the
beat-
lore.
15.
Oh, I got 11.
Oh no.
Your feet
So she
disconnect from the ground. Shiroka, what happens?
she's gonna levitate you up so that you are eye level with her,
Oh.
and she's gonna stare you down and be like, I really like it when you're angry. And then she's gonna walk past you, and as soon as her back is like to you, she's gonna let the spell go.
Stream
They
getting
fall to the
spicy.
ground, and you just hear. Why did people let these types of mongrels in? And she just is angry, and then she walks in between
Yeah.
the Goliath and the old man she spoke with earlier, pushes them away, and then goes to get a drink.
And
I
as
just want to get in and get out.
And as you start to make your way back towards the drink table, you hear a bit of like a gong sound effect that I tried to make, but there you go, kind of. I don't know if that actually worked. I know it makes that noise. It's close. And the music slowly fades out as the... Thank you. Roll initiative. No.
You can't say that casually.
Yes, I can. Because there's that moment of that sound going off, and everybody just kind of like looks around. Those of you who might be a little more aggressive, like instinctively, like reach for a sword or for a dagger, or you.
Vaughn deliberately takes steps in Valentina's direction.
Okay.
He's making sure.
I pick up Wilfred and hold him in front of me.
Oh, I'm young man. I'm
Twice
If this-
today.
Prom date?
Twice today.
Do
Yeah.
you hold him like a prom date?
No, I hold him just directly in front of me, ragdoll style.
Comfort
Just away from me.
artificer. I cast human shield.
I'm unfamiliar with this dance move. Young
No,
man.
you're not. You've had this happen twice today. But as the music makes its way to silence, you see 3 people making their way down the stairs as the crowd, kind of din of whispers and audience and small talk, raises slightly as everybody comes into view, and then will slowly reach quiet as they will walk up, and the lady of the house will raise her hands up and shush everyone. In front of you, you see Lady Kane, the owner of the house, dressed in a resplendent gold and red tight-fitting pencil dress with a trail that's going up like 6 or 7 stairs. Beautiful golden hair, just looking out at all of you. I want everybody to make a history check for me, please.
It's because she's a vampire.
Just a history check for me, please.
Just a little history check.
I can't have a castle on Halloween without thinking everyone's
I rolled a natural
freaking
1 plus
vampire.
7.
Okay.
Oh, wow. 13.
13? 10.
8.
15.
8 and 15. Okay, sorry, I'm working with the audio.
Yeah. And I
8
got a
and 15.
25.
25! Okay.
19 plus 6.
So,
The
Lady
first roll is
Kane,
good, and every other die is just gonna hate me.
you've heard...
He has a +6 because he was there.
Yeah. Wilfred recognizes Mrs. Kane.
So, funny enough, of everybody here, you would have been the only person of this group who knows who invited everybody. You do know that the Emerald Palace is owned by Lady Kane and her family. She is the 4th generation of her family. She's been the lady of the house for the past 30 years, as her father unfortunately passed away some time ago in his ship being lost at sea. She was the one who started the idea of the gala, who would invite royalty and commoners, everyone together, for one night of everyone being treated as equal and everyone coming here to celebrate her wealth, sharing and giving back to everyone. But other than that, she's pretty much a recluse. She stays in the home and on the grounds, never wanting to befall the similar fate of her father or any before her, who've all experienced accidents while out and traveling in the world. She raises her hand slightly and, thank you all so much for attending. What an amazing and an energetic crowd. It's so great of you all to be able to join us for our annual gathering and celebration of life and all of the amazing things that it can provide. There are several different activities which you could partake in. I realized many of you were only directed here, and I do apologize for not fully elaborating. But the grounds are yours to explore for this evening, as long as you do not attempt to access the third floor of the structure. That is my private quarters, and while I welcome you into my home, not all of it. And there's a light chuckle from everybody in the crowd. Everybody just kind of it's just like, you're gonna say something? Third floor. Ooh, loot. No. If any of you would like to join me, I've been working on something. I don't know if have any of you attended before, she screams. And you see one or two people. You see that really kind of boastful dude, like just dude. The boastful Chad Prince just off on the side is like, this is my third, he yells out. And you get a couple chuckles and everything else is it's like, well, I decided to attempt to perform myself this time around. This is slightly unnerving for me. I'm not fully prepared, but if some of you would all follow me to the conservatory, we've set up a small just stage where I'd like to just sing a little bit for many of you. If you'd like to join, please. The crowd is like instantly, oh, Lady Kane, she'll be singing. And everybody just kind of just starts shuffling, like everyone is just kind of shuffling in that direction. And you all kind of get pulled with the crowd. You make your way through several rooms of the house. What's up?
Would you let me go? Yeah.
I'm just walking, still holding you, making my way.
Making my way.
Just set you down.
Grab a piano.
Yeah.
So as you all start making your way out, it's into the exterior garden space. The green kind of aurora of this area is just casting the whole thing in kind of a slightly unique emerald view, and that's where you see where the palace gets its name. The walls are normally painted white, like the stone masonry is painted white, and it catches the green light from the sky, making the whole thing look like a multifaceted gem, even though the walls are stone and concrete and nothing truly unique about them. You make your way out to several different plants and rose bushes. You find your way to several tables and chairs and large couches and everything else set up across everywhere as Lady Kane moves towards a small, something that you'd recognize, Wilfred, a small vocal amplifier. It's like a small device that goes through a tube to a little bit of a cone, and she starts preparing to sing. The first song is one of the common songs of the realm. Tone, not exactly cheerful, but it's about sailors lost at sea. And everybody can see this kind of...
sound picture.
We'll get there. Give me a second.
It's not about a song never giving someone up.
Yeah, no. But it's about a sailor lost at sea. And though anybody with a passive perception of over 15... would notice as she's singing, she starts to kind of cry, just barely. A few tears roll out of her left eye.
Sir, I have a passive perception of 20. Okay,
so then you definitely notice this.
Me too.
The first song ends, and there's this. The second song goes, and instantly, as soon as the chords start to be played, there's 2 or 3 musicians who are playing this song with her. As soon as the chords start to be played, you start to feel enthralled and entranced. It's captivating. The space, the music, her voice. The first song, she was nervous. The second one, she is feeling a little bit more ready. And as she starts to sing, wither and decay, set the spirit free, break these earthly chains, undo this destiny, halt the hands of time, change the fate's design, take what should be lost and make their power mine, their power mine. And you all fall unconscious.
We gotta kill it.
And
What?
you all fall unconscious.
Safe to say, I
right.
only fall unconscious. I drop.
You drop. Everyone, we'll be back after a little short break as we talk a little bit about the beautiful Loot Tables character trackers, of which everybody in the party has, and they're going to get to use in just a few minutes. Oh, I'm so excited. All right, we'll be back
All
in
I
a...
wanted was to find the third floor.
You still might be able
You're-
to. We'll see.
You're floating there in your dreams.
All right. So we'll be right back. I'm going to kick it to In the Past Video Lagundo, and I'll see you all in just a few minutes, everybody. BRB. Now that the world is opening up a little bit more and people are returning to an actual physical table for their D&D or other tabletop games, it's time to make more stuff to make that return to physical play that much more exciting. I've really gotten used to playing online on a virtual tabletop where changing my health or marking my spell slots is as easy as clicking a button. And I think back to the days when I had a pencil and paper character sheet or a laminated piece of paper and I would be ticking it off with a white erase marker. It was a little unruly and it never really felt like the best that it possibly could be. So I made this. Welcome to Loot Table's third Kickstarter, where I'm introducing the acrylic character tracker sheets. These cards are exactly the same size as a dual vault for reasons that we'll talk about in a few months, probably. But they serve as an easy, quick reference card for the stats that you have that change the most when playing your favorite tabletop game, specifically for our first round, D&D 5e. There is one of these cards for each of the 13 classes available in 5th edition, as well as an additional variant that is mainly designed for supporting DMs when running combat with multiple characters. All of them track your HP, AC, movement speed, whether or not you have inspiration for balancing a d20 right in there, as well as important class features. For the Warlock, it's your grand total of 4 spell slots. Wizards have just a few more spell slots allowed to be tracked right here, as well as their spell save DC. For Artificers, it's about your spell slots, but you're a half caster, so there's not as many, as well as your infusions, of which the maximum is 6. Druids are full casters, but also have wild shapes. Max of 2, unless you're level 20, in which case you break all the rules of D&D anyway, and you're ridiculously overpowered, and everybody sleeps on the Druid class, they just don't know what hit them. All of these are engraved on the back, which means you're writing on a perfectly smooth surface, and it's acrylic, so it's non-porous, so you can use wet or dry erase markers, or heck, I've used Crayola markers on these things from my kids' toolbox just to test how resilient they are. They wipe away with as simple as a Clorox wipe or a wet paper towel. But we're not only offering the character tracker sheets, we are also offering character engraved versions of the classic Loot Tables Dual Vault. Now, this will only be available in a sub-selection of our core woods, those being cherry, black walnut, aromatic cedar, mahogany, and purple heart. Those 5 woods take engraving extremely well and provide a pretty good selection of color and grain choices for all of the woods that are normally available from Loot Tables. Don't worry, You have the character class right here. We're going to be hiding the loot table swords right here on the back. Character trackers start at $20 in the Kickstarter. Dice vaults start at $30, all of which is discounted from retail pricing on the loottables.com store. We have several stretch goals, including making these character icons also into things like t-shirts and bottle opener cards. I'm leaning into making these a universal way to rep your class in a new and unique art style. So why Kickstarter and why right now? Well, the answer to that is pretty simple. A lot of the designs that we have are amazing and look great when you look at them in a PNG, on your desktop, or on your computer, but they don't exactly one-to-one translate to laser engraving. And doing a project like this is a matter of scale. Running one of these sheets through my laser engraver and running 5 is practically the same thing. It just runs for a little bit longer, but a lot of these need just final tweaks and changes and modifications to get them ready for laser engraving, whether that's converting them to SVG or making substantial changes to the actual icons themselves to make them more laser engraving friendly. You wouldn't think that just one extra curved line would make it run twice as long on a machine, but it does. It very much does. So the Kickstarter is primarily there to pay for the time to do that and to buy the resources to make all of this work. I already know how my laser engraver works. I've already successfully fulfilled 2 separate Kickstarters that were pretty decent size in scale, and I've been able to do all of that basically on my own. So I'm foreseeing risks to be pretty dang low. I'm super excited for this project, and I cannot wait for you all to grab one of these character trackers, whip it out at your table, and show the coolest new way to track your stats in a renewable, sustainable way. If you back on the first day, you get the day 1 edition. If you back at all, you'll get a Kickstarter edition. And all of this just goes in support of continuing the dream to be able to do this full time. So go check out the campaign, check out all of the stretch goals that we have planned. Keep an eye on Loot Tables on Twitter, Instagram, and on loottables.com for updates as we lead into the launch of this campaign on November 5th. And go check out a D&D 2-shot that I've done over on Twitch, the first of which is releasing tonight, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/Lagundo. And then the second chapter is on the 5th, on the day the Kickstarter launches. I am super excited for this one. I hope you all are too. It's a brand new dimension for me to be playing into, and I can't wait for us to go on this journey together. Be good to each other, everybody, and I'll see you on Kickstarter. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Welcome back. I told you all this was going to be spooky, so I'll be. Thank you all for hanging with me for the first half of this. We could talk more about some of this a little bit near the end. This will be fun. KW, thank you for the 400 bits. Thank you for the 300 earlier as well. I have the alerts widget. It's just not working for some reason. I'm very sorry. I will figure it out between that stream and now. I hope you all are enjoying this. This is very different from a normal stream, so thank you for bearing with me. I get to show off an entirely separate part of what I do. So, all right. I enjoy the lettuce memes. Keep them coming. I tried to work in a few for y'all, so this should be fun. All right, let's go back to our party as well, who I think can all hear me now. Hello? They had a question for you all, chat. They had a question. Before we get back to the game, they had a very important question for you all, chat.
Also, it's a poll, and I'm turning off extra votes so that you guys can't skew this.
Oh.
You have 10 minutes. You have 2 minutes for this one.
You should verbally explain it, too.
So, the question is, if all of the party members were filled in a room with poisonous smoke, and you could only save one of them, which would you choose?
For no particular reason whatsoever.
Voting for myself.
Oh, we can do that? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I am. No one's gonna vote.
Wow.
Also, Legs, you should make sure our character names are on our panels and such.
They randomly rotate in.
I think
These are extremely predictable. Wait, no, they're not. Damn.
Okay, so
there you go.
Every
Here, I paused it.
your case. Demetrius, why should they save you?
Well, you're waiting too long to make your case now. They can't change their vote.
Well, I mean, who else is gonna bring the squeaky britches to the party?
He lost his spider.
Volante.
Who else am I gonna stare down? You need a friend like me in your party.
Sierra,
so
you're
I
very
should be
quiet.
the one.
Am I very quiet? Is this better? I don't
Yes.
know. Okay.
So, yeah.
Vote me, your nice
Hiroko,
friend.
what do we got?
Oh, me? I will just murder the smoke. So honestly, whether or not you choose me, I will murder the smoke.
How dare the smoke try and kill you? You'll kill it first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wilfred.
Oh, well, I'm the most experienced adventurer here, and I can tell you all the stories of my past. And I mean, have I told you about this pistol from Elsarion?
Oh.
Well, you see, everyone should vote for me because my voice is measured and paced, and there's just enough time for you guys to come through.
The pistol.
Wow.
So, it's close.
Wow.
It's
come
close.
Vote
I'm
for
happy
Vaughn.
I got
Vote
one other
Vaughn.
vote.
One more vote for Vaughn.
It's safe to say Wilfred is pistol whipped.
Wow.
Yeah, Sirocco, and so they can only
Wow.
they can only save one of you, and yet they picked both. So chat also suffocates in the room. The end. Everyone
All right,
dies.
hang on.
Thanks for my
2.0.
one vote, whoever you are.
Yeah, exactly. Thank
I
you.
assumed it was you.
No, I
Did
didn't
you not
vote
vote
for
for
anyone.
I
I don't have chat up. Who
Oh, I did
is
too.
it? Vaughn and
It was me and
Sirocco?
another one.
Okay, Vaughn and Sirocco run
One
off.
more. While we start up again.
So I mentioned the character trackers. I think everybody got theirs. Everybody in the party is actually using one for today's stream. They have them all right in front of them. So everybody's class is all set up and good to go. And yes, just announced on the Kickstarter, you can use !KS or Kickstarter to get a link to the campaign page where you can mark yourself as waiting for it. And the more people that do that, the more promotion it gets when it launches.
All different.
Yeah, they're all different. Everybody gets their own class. But yeah, that helps me out a ton going in and basically wish listing the Kickstarter. So that is super helpful. If you could all do it, that'd be great. They're trying to tie it. So we'll see if chat rigs the vote.
Great.
Also,
Why you
the
gotta be
most
rigging
internet thing
things,
to
chat?
happen.
You're
That would
welcome,
be
chat. I tied it.
yeah, 7-7.
Whoever
All right.
gave me that one vote, you're welcome. I tied it for you, just for you.
People are waiting to tie it. Like it was like oh, because it's
I
funny.
just want to die.
Yeah,
I
Vaughn.
just want to die in the
Vaughn
room.
is currently winning, so we'll see what's about to happen.
See, chat, what we already decided before we came back is that probably Vaughn will win exclusively because it's me and you guys can meme me. Regardless of what you think about Vaughn, it's me. And unfortunately, that means you would probably bully Vaughn the moment that he's not in that gas room.
To be fair, we thought that the number one choice would be Wilfred, and that the second choice would be Vaughn.
Oh.
Close. It's close.
Oh, it's close. It's off by one, Sirocco.
Oh,
You're
boy.
currently chat's favorite.
Jokes on all you.
It's tied. Okay.
Sirocco doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah, Sirocco doesn't need to
Tangent.
breathe.
Oh.
So she's fine. So
Can't kill me.
yep. Real quick. Cage, you said something right there. You drop. I'm assuming you meant you drop the illusion, correct?
Yeah, safe to say I can't keep that up if I'm unconscious.
No, you cannot. Okay, just wanted to make sure that you weren't mentioning something else. So we're good. All right. You go from the exterior of the house. This cool winter air, the crispness of it. You could have seen your breath as the song was going forward. And let me get chat back up. I lost them, and now we're back to you. Okay. The darkness overtakes you as Lady Kane hits the chorus of that song. And you're not sure if it's minutes, hours, days. Time doesn't pass. It's a dreamless sleep, darkness and nothingness. After some time, you all awake, the 5 of you, in a room. Stone walls simply on all sides. Oh, sorry, wait. I'm putting you in the wrong room. You're all awake in a room.
Go on.
I don't know if that's better or not.
No. I
blink,
forgot.
the room
I forgot.
changes.
I forgot what I was gonna do. And then you fall back unconscious, and then you wake up in another room.
It's filled with poison smoke.
Rolling. Sitting around an octagonal table in the center of the room. Each of you seated in a different chair. 3 others currently left open. 2 sets of doors that can exit the room. There's a large fireplace. You see mounted on the wall are several weapons, swords, bows, some other things that only Wilfred would really recognize, as well as some animal pelts, heads. You see a displacer beast head mounted on one wall, the stalk of a beholder mounted on another, the eye still twitching every few seconds. As it kind of watches all of you as you're sitting on this chair. The room is quiet. The windows, the curtains drawn. You don't know if it's day or night. I would like all of you to very quickly roll a d20 for me, please. Just a straight d20 roll. And we'll go around the room and get all the results once everybody has rolled.
Grabbing my nice metal dice for this one.
Do I need to add anything to it?
Nope, just a straight d20 roll for me, please.
My chunky child has betrayed me.
Okay. So, Sirocco.
Rolled a 3.
Okay. Volante.
12.
12. Vaughn.
16.
Wilfred.
18.
Cage.
18.
Cool. That's your current hit points.
What?
What? She just said she rolled a 4.
Yep.
Was that right?
Oh, no,
Yep.
I rolled 3.
That is your current hit points.
I tried to help.
So please go ahead and set your current hit points. Not your max. Your current. Set your current hit points to whatever you rolled.
What if I want to play
Fine.
hardcore
I
D&D and I set my max to 12?
I lost 90 HP. It's fine.
Okay. So, as you all are sitting at this table, who's gonna be the first to try to get up?
Siroko's definitely gonna immediately get up and try and poke the beholder.
Okay. So as you go to stand, make a
We're
wisdom,
not tied to the tables or anything.
as you go
making
to
sure.
stand, make a wisdom saving throw.
Not. Why?
It was the poisonous gas. It got to Sirocco.
You are going in the trash. This is an 11.
You go to stand, and the will is there, and your body is there. You can feel it, but there is a force holding you in the seat, like a 1,000-pound weight, tied to your
The
chest
cat
and
is in my lap.
anchored down through. Yeah. Yeah, there's a cat sleeping in your lap, and you're like, "Aw, I can't."
You hear just pop 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 as Wilfred's body is trying to like muster himself up. His just body, yeah,
Is packing peanuts. It's just like,
yeah.
yeah.
That spine and stretching.
Yep. Nope.
Vaughn opens his eyes, just goes, "Damn it," and just looks around and gauges the room.
Worth noting, Sirocco, as you stand there and you look around and you look at the group, you see 3 faces you recognize, and one that you get to choose whether or not you recognize.
Oh, it's Kane?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll register that.
Okay. You see, sitting before you. Do you want to describe your true self, please, for the chat as well?
Sitting in the chair, you're going to see a stocky but older orcish male. Long black hair flowing back, goatee, scar across the side of the face, wearing leather armor that was masked previously to be a tuxedo formal wear, squeaky pants. That's why it's so squeaky. It's made of leather. Pleather. So, yeah, you see now the true face of Cage.
Someone that you had a previous encounter with 8 months ago at the Raven's Wing Casino.
And so the rest of us, I'm assuming, have no idea who this guy is.
Nope. Lord Demetrius is gone, and there's this random orc sitting in the room with you all.
They just looks around. How did we get here? Does anyone remember?
That's the important question right now, other than the fact that we were just hypnotized. Ugh. He tries to get up. Do I need to
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh my god! No, that's a 3.
Nope.
You know what? No, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. I was about to use the feet, but never mind. I'm not doing that. I'm not burning that right now.
As you all are talking, you hear the handle of the door click, and the door is open. Lady Kane, the heels on the marble floor, click, click. I can't do that sound and have it register, but you all know the sound I'm talking about, right? That power walk, as she starts making her way in. She walks forward, right next to you, Vaughn. Just leans on the top of your chair, stares down at you. Oh, you're awake. Fantastic. Just slightly tickles your hair and starts walking clockwise around the room.
Well, I don't think that we're here because you have good things for us to do.
If you wanted a private party, we would have just come in here. You really didn't need to knock out everyone at this party.
Oh, well. You're not exactly correct as far as the need to do certain things.
Yeah, that's fair, honestly.
Yes. So, as she walks behind you, Wilfred, just a hand on your shoulder briefly, as she steps around. And she does not hesitate. As she's making her way around the room, walking around, she'll just lightly tap each of you on the shoulder. Or
Can I check for noticing spell effects from that touch? I'm paranoid.
Make an Arcana. Make a perception check.
You're like, I'm a wizard and I have anxiety.
You backpedaled on an Arcana, and I feel upset about this.
Remember, my camera is flipped TNT. Okay.
Can I roll with advantage because Arcana?
Sure.
I'm pushing this one.
That's,
okay.
I'll give you that one.
14 then for a perception check.
So, when you felt her touch on you, there's a little bit of like a charge of some kind. It was hard to place. You don't know an exact spell. It's hard to do that without triggering something. But there was something there. There's the briefest like smell of ozone when she was very close.
If you wanted to waste time charming us, you already did it. Get on with it.
Ah, well, you see.
I see.
You see, this party serves many needs, as you likely have already figured out. You all seem moderately intelligent, at least. And one of them is a little game that I need to play each year. The 5 of you certainly caught my interest. I'm wondering, would you like to play?
Yeah.
Do we even have a choice?
Yes.
Oh,
The answer is yes.
I mean, you can choose not to play. Yes, of course. Of course.
I've never turned down a good time.
Volanthe just nods. And she just stares forward.
When she like stroked the back of like Wilfred and he like cooed like
I hate
Can you not?
Oh, God.
it just
I like it.
Roll to fall in
What
love.
does that sound?
Yeah, roll to fall in love. Roll to fall in love. Roll to fall in love. Roll a d20. Starbuck, what's the rules?
I'm doing it.
What's the rules for this? This is your rule.
You're rolling a natural
legs.
20.
Important question. Is it a bones day?
Oh, it's a 12. I'm
Nope,
sorry.
you did not fall in love.
He just more like, I mean, he just popped his back and stuff, so it's more like.
That very like tickle on the back of your neck, kind of. Somebody fluffing your hair.
Yeah.
It's not really
Yeah,
the most
yeah.
awkward sound.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll play a game.
Okay. She rolls around, walks next to you, Cage, and she actually like collects her dress and leans down slightly, like just like bends her legs to lean down on the arm of your chair. Now you, my friend, went through a lot of trouble to attend our party today. Care to tell me why?
I'm gonna repeat the words, care to tell me why, in her mind, using actor and message.
Okay.
Mind games.
Her eyes widen slightly. And she just puts her finger right on your temple. And the nail just slightly cuts into your skin a little bit. You feel just a little drip of blood running down behind your ear. Oh, you're going to tell me so much later. And stands back up and continues her
I'm gonna have to
cycle.
roll to fall in love.
Yeah. Roll to fall in love!
Actually,
That's an 18.
18? Moderate attraction, not quite love.
I rolled a 12. I'm good.
Okay, cool. Do you
I'm
two
cool,
want to
I'm
go
cool,
for
I'm
it
good.
too while we're at it? Like, just hit the room?
Yeah,
It depends on how you feel about
Yeah.
vampire ladies.
No, I'm good.
Vaughn is not playing into that. He refuses.
Vaughn's playing a different game. Okay, cool.
Oh
Mine is
no, I'm
worried.
stuck in this castle.
She continues making her way around. Again, the only real sound you hear in this room is the crackling of the fireplace and the occasional click, click, click of her heels as she's moving her way around. Well, since you all agreed, I'll lay out the rules. I'm an honest woman after all. So, if you all, again, the grounds are yours to explore. The entire home, save for the 3rd floor. She clocks you, Soroka. Save for the 3rd floor.
Size.
That is my private abode. Feel free to explore. Travel around. Hide. Run. If you regain and retain your faculties through the end of the party in the morning, you're free to leave with the other guests.
Where are these other guests?
Oh, they're around.
What if I don't want to leave with the other guests?
Oh, you're always welcome to stay. And she smiles
Oh, I
just
don't
a
wanna do that either.
little bit too wide of a smile. Just a little bit too much.
What's up with her teeth?
Make a perception check.
Yeah, sure. Sure. I'm not using...
Not using the trader. Find a different one.
I might actually have to go... No, I have... I'll use the hamburger. All right, hamburger.
Secretly, it's actually just a real hamburger.
Yeah.
It's a tiny hamburger.
That's adorable.
That's great.
That's great.
Right? What am I doing?
Perception.
Perception.
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
Sorry.
Hamburger.
10 plus 5, 15.
15? And you're specifically looking at, like, her teeth?
Yeah.
Okay.
Show me that snaggle too. Show me that anime canine.
You're looking for you're looking, like, your head is like, this lady's a vampire, right? And
Yeah.
you're looking at the pointed teeth. And as you watch her and as she smiles, you don't just see, like, these 2 pointed teeth, like, that you're kind of expecting. As the smile, it reaches kind of the normal spot, and then it expands a little bit further, and every tooth in her mouth turns pointed and serrated for, like, half a
Rolling to fall in
second.
love. Still good.
Okay, for about half a second, and then she closes, composes herself for a half a second, just smiles again, and back to normal. That's totally fine. You're always welcome to
can
stay.
see- I don't want to do that either.
Oh, well then, this is my offer to you. Some of you came to my home with improper intent. And, well, we can't just have that, can we?
Was that me? Was that me? Are you talking about me?
And she just kind of looks at each of you.
Banthe just stares forward. She doesn't even make eye contact.
I don't make eye contact either.
Sorry, girl. Ain't looking at your face.
Yep. Okay.
I'll look around at them, like being super sus. I'm like, all right, cool. It's like, I didn't.
Cool.
Not me.
Yeah.
What does the mistress
you-
deem to be punishment for that?
No
Mistress?
punishment.
Punishment?
No punishment. Oh, and she's back to you, and her hands on your shoulder, and it's like, that's a very different game, my boy.
Rolling again for that Arcana check.
Roll to fall in love.
Go ahead and roll another check.
15.
Same vibe. You can.
Yeah.
You get a sense that there
Is it the same?
Yes, consistent with what you sensed before.
You hear Wilfred. It's hard to get an invitation with no instructions to have means that might not meet yours, Miss Kane.
Oh,
How could they be improper?
Wilfred. Wilfred. And she walks over. Doesn't directly touch you and just kind of leans on the table, like leans back onto the table facing you back to the others. And she just very quietly is just looking at you. And you hear in your mind, I think you know what I'm talking about.
And
time
he'll
for-
out loud, he will be like, I didn't say I didn't. I'm just saying that there were no instructions for the invitation. However, then I can't imagine how that would be improper because there was no. I mean, it literally just had a location on the invitation.
She stands up as you're going. Well,
Tell her about your pistol.
That's how he kills people. It's just by mouth.
yeah, it's just roll for boredom damage.
Everybody glazes over.
Yeah. Well, it seems like we have an accord. You all understand the rules. You will not be able to leave the premises itself until the game comes to a conclusion. Do you understand?
Say we're not allowed to leave, but doesn't mean we can't try, I suppose.
Oh, that is not what I said. And she just smiles again.
So the rules are survive.
Oh, just... Sure, if you wish to simplify them in that fashion.
Not a problem.
So, like, on a scale of 1 to, 93, I'm feeling like a 3. What's a girl gotta do around here to get some HP?
I didn't deprive you of anything that you came to my home with. That would be far improper for a hostess. In fact, there are a few objects in this room that might be of use to you. We'll give you 2 minutes to just take a look around. And
Is
then
the
we'll-
weight lifted?
Not yet.
Okay.
And
Throw a
then
cat
we'll-
on your lap.
And then we'll begin.
At your leisure.
Yeah. You know, YOLO, whatever.
Fantastic. And she starts walking by, and you see the two people that she entered the room with, actually, who just stood by the doors and were very much out of your sight until then. And she walks up and she just places a hand on one of their cheeks, gives a little tap, walks over to the other. You two get to start. Good luck, my friends. If you make it to the end of the party, make sure to come and see me. I would love to talk
On
more.
the 3rd floor.
Oh, no.
the third floor.
I'll find you. And the doors close. The two of them walk out.
You'll find me on the 3rd floor.
And in all of your voices, in all of your voices. Oh my goodness. In all of your heads, in Lady Kane's voice, you hear 120, 19, 18, 17.
Is the weight gone?
Get up
Yes.
and smash my chair.
The weight is gone.
Bond shoves his chair back
16,
dramatically and slams against the wall and
14,
just dashes over to one of the
15,
anything that he can see.
I would
12,
like to
12,
search.
12,
Yeah.
12. Make an investigation check, both of you, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
That is a nat 20.
Oh!
Why?
That is a 19
Yes.
on the die for a 27.
So, what'd you get?
Net 20.
Hey!
Let's
2 natural
go.
20s.
Wow.
A natural, what'd you get, Valente?
Oh, look at that hired sword dice.
Yes,
Oh,
it was.
Nice. Plug
Sure,
in.
but-
Get a girl, get a girl, get a girl.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 natural 20s, a 19 plus a bunch. What are you two? What'd you get?
You see Valente just sit up slowly and then look over to the wall.
Yep.
And she rolled a 16 plus
16
1.
plus 1.
17.
Cool. Craigs? Or not Craigs. Jeez. Cage. 2 K names. Why you gotta do me like this?
Sorry, buddy.
Cage, what you got?
I'm gonna roll right now.
Okay.
17.
17. Cool. So, You all have very quickly check yourselves. You have everything that you expected. Like everything that you came in with, still on your person. Everything that you came in with, still on your person. So even the things that
Everything?
everything, including your squeaky pants, my lord. So as I'm gonna start imposing disadvantage on stealth checks to those. No, I won't. That's cruel. So you all have all of your
Auto
gear.
fail.
You all have all of your gear. The two of you, natural 20s. You see two separate cabinets on opposite sides, curio cabinets with like a stained glass paneling in front of them. You throw them open, each of you. Wilfred, inside you find an additional greater healing potion, which you can pocket and add to your inventory, as well as a small silvered dagger that has a slightly unfamiliar pattern that you've seen on it. Lore note of the world, because I've never told this to any of you all. The moon in my world is absolutely smashed. It is shattered and sundered in two. And there's...
Sorry, I did that.
Yeah, it is a previous campaign, okay? So the moon is smashed, it's sundered in two, and there's chunks and everything floating. So the nights are generally way brighter than what we have here on Earth. So because there's always some part of it that's lit. The pattern on this dagger is a crescent, a half circle, a three-quarter circle, a circle, a three-quarter circle, a half circle, a crescent, an empty circle. Just repeated on the blade in that pattern. So for right now, just add funky dagger to your inventory until you're able to potentially figure out what else it does. But those are two things that you find.
Funky dagger.
Funky dagger.
I like it.
Dabbing with it. See what happens.
Okay, other natural 20. You find in a cabinet, you find a small desk. There's some parchment and everything else. You see a small ivory case about yay big. And you recognize these. You've seen these before. You've worked with wizards in the past. It's a scroll case.
Okay.
As well as you do find a greater healing potion as well. So you have an additional...
Drinking it.
You have an additional greater healing potion. If anybody wants to spend those, don't worry. It's only 91, 90, 89.
Yeah, I'm
87.
drinking while I'm opening
Vaughn
the
Yeah,
is
yeah.
using his
case.
pocket watch that he has to actively keep track of that.
Okay, so Vaughn is keeping track.
Hang on.
Volante,
Sorry, continue.
you came with a somewhat ornamental bow from your conclave. You had the kind of silvered bow with a very nice like platinum stringing, more an object of station.
Yep.
Mounted on the wall is an object of battle, a ivory and lapis lazuli engraved bow with like oak wood, beautiful, and a deep black, jet black string. Little silver wings and storm clouds across it. The bow that's already in your inventory, you can go ahead and activate now. So you're good to go.
You see Volante just like stare at it, just in wonder.
And as you run your fingers on the string, there's this just this beautiful note of like running your fingers on a wine glass, kind of. That's the sound that the string gives off as you just twing it just beautifully.
So happy.
You also find a greater healing potion. Anybody who rolled over a 15 gets one greater healing potion additional to what you already brought in. So you're good. Cage, what was your roll again?
17.
17. So you find a greater healing potion, as well as this ball of like, it looks like a wicker ball of some kind. But you notice embedded inside there's like a coin with some arcane runes on it inside, and it's just this like ball of like twig and wicker and everything else bundled up with this little like gold coin. And as you open up, you just get a sense of like, that could be interesting. Could be a paperweight, or it could be something interesting.
Okay. Can I do an Arcana check against it and see if I get any kind of an inclination that this is magical in any way?
Roll an Arcana check.
That, my sir, is 18.
18. The runes are definitely arcane in nature and look to be something that would imbue an object with some sort of magical properties. You're not sure what it does, but you're almost certain it is a magic item of some kind.
Nice. I'm going to chug this potion.
Okay, chug your potion. Are you grabbing the wicker ball?
Absolutely.
Cool. Pocket that. Just mark wicker ball, and I'll tell you what some of these things are if you make it to session 2. Fun. What do you got?
27.
Is there anything specific you're looking for?
Healing.
You do find what? Wait,
Healing.
with the 20. Those of you who rolled natural 20s, with your investigation bonus, what does that put you to?
Oh,
Party
investigation.
21.
26.
21, 26.
Yeah.
Wilfred, your healing potion was not a greater, it was a superior. With a 25 or above, it's a superior healing potion. So
Noted. Changing that.
So change one of your graders to a superior healing potion. So you have just that little bit of extra oomph. You find a small leather pouch hanging on one of the walls next to
That's the wrong thing I'm typing in. Sorry.
beautiful runic longsword that you see. Not magical. You're able to tell very much. The runes are not arcane in nature. They are instead ornamental. It's like, it looks silvered almost. Not really combat ready, but beautiful. But next to it is a small leather pouch that you just click open. You're like, this could be interesting. You pop it open. You find 2 vials of this kind of interesting liquid. It's non-Newtonian. You tilt it and it turns to liquid, but then as it hits the other side, it turns into like this crystalline blue and purple iridescent structure as it drops down and turns into crystals, and then all the liquid forms and it's solid, and then you turn it back and liquid runs down and then recrystallizes as it hits the other end of the vial. You find 2 of those.
Let me drink it.
Making sure who found this one again. I did.
That was you. So you find 2.
I'm checking. I'm history checking to see if I have any idea what these are.
Make a very quick Arcana check, not history.
19.
19. You start trying to think about what this could be, and you look at the colorization. There's no label. You're trying to just determine via the properties of the things on the vial. And as you're trying to think that out, you hear in your head 60, 59, 999, 58, 888, 57, 777.
For the
56,
record,
6,
everyone,
55,
I'm saying this
5.
aloud to everyone, interrupting that train of thought. I can lock this door if we want to. Do we want to leave or stay?
There are 3 doors into this room.
I want to
You
leave.
choose.
Yeah, I want to leave.
Sorry, Chad has told me 69, 999, 68, 888, 67, 77. There you go. Okay, cool.
69.
Nice.
60, nice. 68, 888.
Am I still able to decipher what these are in spite of this distraction?
You just missed it with a 19.
Yeah. Well, I'm here for adventure, so I don't know about you. I plan on leaving one of these doors.
Okay, then. So I'm going to also perception check all of them, see which of one of them I think is just by giving them a look. Which one looks like the strongest in the room?
Physically?
Yeah.
Soroka.
Me.
Yeah, real hard.
Soroka, how you doing? Do you need help? Do you I think you're frontline.
I look at his hands to see if he found any healing potions.
You found one too, I think.
You found one, but he has a superior healing potion that he is in the process of pocketing.
I'm in the process of reaching for it. Come on,
He
we all
gives you a
wanna live.
look and says, "You could have asked."
I-
And then he hands it over.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna drink that too.
He's
Okay.
not stupid.
So drink. So go ahead and down a superior. Sierra, mark that off of your sheet as well.
How
Well,
many
that covers.
is that? 6?
It is
Yes.
Check your label. It's
8d
8d4.
8d4 plus 8.
8d4.
Also,
8d4.
plug in healing vial.
The first item I ever made. 8d4 plus 8. Okay. Sorry, what were you saying, Volante?
While that's happening, she has already like strapped the bow to her, gotten rid of the old one, and took a drink of that greater potion.
Okay.
And she is starting to surveil the doors.
Okay.
Just touching
Looking to
the outside
see...
of door 1 to see if there's a trap.
Make an investigation check for me, please.
Actually, you know what she's going to do? I got spells.
Okay.
She's going to use find traps. Boop.
Okay.
Since the presence of any traps within the range or within line of sight.
Within range or line of sight? How big is the range?
It is 120 feet.
None of the doors are trapped. None of the 3 doors are trapped. You do see that the cabinet directly to the right of the one that Wilfred went through was in fact trapped. You see the slightest highlighting in orange of this wire and a little spring behind the door, behind the little cabinet door directly to the right of the one that is currently thrown open, and everything else. Other than that, there's no immediate traps in the room. How long does that last?
What does it say? What does it say at the top?
Chase music's coming on.
For duration, it just says instantaneous.
Okay,
so
it's just you just get a ping. It's not like you have this trap vision. Basically, is what I was trying to figure out. Do I need to tell you about anything else you might encounter in the next X minutes?
I mean, it lasts 3 hours.
Oh.
No.
Oh, of course. No.
I vote we go through this door right here.
So there was the door that Lady Kane came through. There was a singular door leading off to the left of that door. That's on this wall. And then there was a set of double doors on the walls to the right of the wall that Lady Kane came through.
I want to go to the right where she came through.
To the right of where she came through? Okay, so that's a set of double doors.
Yep.
Any objections?
You hear or you see Wilfred kind of straighten himself up and tug on his coat a bit, and then a glaze of colorful magic kind of covers him, and mage armor he gets the effect of mage armor.
Good to know.
Well, lead the way, dear miss. ...
Vaughn does too. Also, he pops that mage armor.
Okay, so mark off your spell slots.
Yeah.
Without getting the responses from anyone else, she just starts to open the door.
Okay, you open the door. You exit out of the study into what looks like a moderate-sized conference room. There's a large mahogany table in the center, 7 or 8 chairs that are currently sectioned around. There's a small wet bar off on the side with a bottle of some kind of brandy or brackish liquid and a little crystalline vase. Some paintings and artworks and everything else. Other than that, the room is empty as far as you can tell.
Vaughn, I'm thinking back to when we walked in and the architecture of the building. Is there anywhere that we were inside this structure that had line of sight to the 3rd floor?
Make a perception check for retroactively. Would you have clocked a 3rd floor when you were in the Great Hall?
11.
Great question.
You couldn't tell exactly. So you saw the staircase that led up definitely to a 2nd, and it led up, but you're not sure if that was just a balcony or if that middle area was a landing between floors, or if you didn't see a door with neon red signs that says 3rd floor here, look for loot. But potentially that room was very tall.
You see Wilfred walk up to the I guess that liquid in a bottle and look for a glass next to it, pour himself a drink.
Okay.
And I mean, we're supposed to keep our faculties, correct? I couldn't keep my faculties without at least another drink.
Okay.
As he takes a drink, Volante has looked around, but as he takes a drink, she picks him up and puts him on the conference table to be eye to eye. How do you know Lady Kane? And she just stares at him. Because she
Is
saw
that-
that interaction.
Make an
While they were in
intimidation
the
check.
That, and does she mess up my drink?
Make a dexterity check.
Ugh.
Oh no.
All right, so that is a 15.
I just want to do the things I want. I rolled a natural 1, but I get plus 4, so it's 5.
5. So you're able to maintain your drink, but she absolutely just sets you down on the table, and you're like, man, this is an interesting day.
Roll upon love.
As you're sat down on the table, and she's now standing in front of you, looking you in the eye. Your choice on how truthful you want to be.
Okay, I didn't
Roll the
roll
Probably
full
got
love.
dust in her eye
Yeah.
when she picked him up. So
Yeah.
she tried to do intimidation, but God.
Yeah. Your choice on how truthful you want to be.
I'm sorry, miss. I didn't quite catch your name.
It's Volanthe.
33.
I saw you
32,
talking to Lady Kane.
31.
Do you know the grounds of this place?
Unfortunately, I do not. I've just a bit older than you youngsters, so she had some. She's the fourth generation. I believe you said fourth generation.
Yes.
Fourth generation of the family, and they've owned this castle for quite some time. I'm unsure why I got brought here, but it is. But if you would avoid trying to spill my drinks in the future, maybe I'd be a little bit more cordial.
18.
Is he lying?
Make an insight check. 17.
I got no
16.
In this timer, there's gonna be an interaction. I'm gonna interact with names. Starbucks character.
Sirocco.
11.
Hiroko.
Soroko. Yeah.
11?
I mean, he doesn't know her name.
Hard to read at the moment.
She squints. I'll be careful next time, and because she hears that clock, and so she's trying to make her way out.
Yep. What are you doing? Go quick.
Ron goes, "You could at least give me yours if you're going to steal mine."
I already drank it.
And
Are there any other items near me?
In this room, nothing that you could see at the moment.
He grabs it.
He's gonna
Time to get to work.
Okay.
Is there one
He's gonna
door in
unsheath
this
her
room?
sword.
He just
Two.
downs his healing potion because
Yeah.
he needs to.
Down your potion. There's a double door on the same wall, like on that same plane as the one Lady Kane entered your room from, and another double door directly opposite the one that you entered previously. 2 doors. 10. 9.
As
Hazy.
absolutely
Seven,
irrelevant.
seven,
Which
16
door
by the
was
way.
the alcohol closest to?
It was on the wall directly opposite the door to the door that was on that Lady Kane plane.
I'd probably I think I follow where the drink is, and I'd start walking in that direction.
As you all start heading through the double
Sure.
doors opposite of the one that you currently went through. 5, 4,
Are they locked?
3. Nope. 2,
Volanthe just runs up
1.
and busts through.
I'm gonna unshield my sword.
He holds a firebolt and it is as a held action.
Shield, sword out, firebolt held action. Door gets kicked open. Poof. You open up into a hallway. Looks like you're potentially on the 2nd floor. You see multiple sets of doors directly across and opposite of you. It's a wooden floor, wooden walls, different sets of armor currently just in different decorative positions and everything else. You see one of the people who entered the room with Lady Kane with a crossbow currently walking through the hallway. They see you all, clock, turn, and just shoot. I'm going to roll a d6 and determine who I'm going to fire at.
Does my firebolt fire off as a held action?
If you would like to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll reroll on a 6 in the order that we are on our screen. That's a 2. So, Volante. Oh! The curse of being a DM and trying to set up a cool moment. He goes to pull the trigger on the crossbow, and ping! The string on it snaps backwards as the bolt just kind of clunks down to the ground. And he just starts trying to like drop that and pull out a smaller little dagger that he has in his hand as all of you are now in front of him. Fireball, roll to attack. Anybody else? Oh, no, sorry. A giant purple baby grabs Vaughn out of the sky and transports him out of the situation for the next however many seconds he needs to be in an alternate dimension. No, it's totally fine. The purple baby deposits Vaughn back onto the stage. Vaughn, roll your spell attack. Anybody else? Anybody else making an attack or reaction?
25.
Like
Hits.
reaction.
What's
I'm gonna
that
continue.
quote? 19 misses.
Yeah, 19 miss. 25 hits.
19 misses?
Yeah.
That will be 14. That's 14 damage.
14 damage. Cool. Do me a favor, Sierra, and set the tone for the remainder of tonight's stream. How do you want to do this?
Vaughn just instantly goes, "Oh, not today," and flings it instantly.
Right into the guy's face, just poof, and runs into another room that you currently had not yet accessed, and then the sound just and that's all you hear.
Take care of yourself. You
Yeah,
need that potion.
Wilfred like downs the drink, and he runs back to go get more from the.
As you re-enter the room that you were previously in, you see another guard with another heavy crossbow in the study that you were just previously in. They look around for a second, turn, see you, and fire. Does a 14 hit?
Does not.
Oh!
Yeah.
It fires towards you, and it shatters the glass. Right through the glass that you were holding, but they miss your actual body.
Wilfred, baby, no.
At that first crossbow with the string breaking, Volante immediately just goes into soldier form, and she rolls, hearing it,
Yeah.
and she has her bow ready, her oath bow, and she
Okay.
is ready to fire. If that guy is still alive after the fireball.
No, you roll and clock the body, string drawn, not moving.
Wilfred.
Attacks.
Yeah, Wilfred's upset. Just
There you go.
What are you doing?
I'm going to attack, but I'll probably just summon a catapult that will appear at the top. So it's an eldritch cannon.
Yeah.
It will appear at the top of my staff.
Yep. So you
So
click two knobs on the staff and pull down on a little trigger in the globe on the top. Just sort of these imperceptible seams, just all of a sudden like, and there's just a full-on cannon on top of your cane in this moment.
Yeah, his little legs are attached in.
Yeah.
And then I will have that attack because I won't be able to attack after doing that as an action. And that is that hit DC?
There's no dental when
Really?
serving Lady Kane. So, well, I guess there's a different kind of dental. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Sorry?
How do you think she got those teeth? Anyway.
And yeah, it's gonna be the ballista.
Ballista?
Yeah, it's gonna be the ballista. So it's gonna kick on there, and then I'm going to roll a ranged spell attack, or it will, I guess.
Yeah. What's everybody else doing while he's rolling?
I rolled an attack of 27.
To shoot the body?
Oh, that guy's dead, isn't he?
Very dead.
I just
Double
casually
tap.
one-shotted him.
Rule 12, double tap. So you just plant an arrow directly in his chest. He's gone.
Vaughn is staying
She
close
fired.
behind her as the person that he knows here so far. I guess I'm a good shot.
She's saying, "It seems so. Good job." And she's kind of taken aback because she thought it was just a goofy guy that she met at.
There you go. What was your attack roll with the Eldritch Cannon?
25.
Hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
So that is a 6 plus a 6, 12. So that's 12 damage.
How do you want to do this? As you're taking out stormtroopers left and right.
Yeah, as that like glass shatters, you just see that anger go out, and the staff hit down, and that cannon. It basically looks like a small pistol just drop out, fire directly into like its neck, or his or her neck, and they just fall back and start like.
Oh, yeah, that's a brutal way to go. And then you double tap, and then the whole thing back down to an almost imperceptible on the seams brass sphere on the top of your cane.
It actually stays for an hour.
Oh shoot! Never mind.
Yeah, it's a little like that little bolt pops out, sticks out, and then I slowly walk over, grab another glass of drink. And then
that takes you a few extra seconds, so we'll deal with that. So you've dealt with the two immediate guards who were right there with you with crossbows ready to go. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What is your ultimate goal or plan to survive the night in the Emerald?
Was Cage even like a foot? Like, did he even care what was happening? Because I just imagined him. Okay, I just imagined him just standing there. While all this is happening,
he's really just standing there and flipping the coin that he received, or not that coin, the coin that he received from his patron. He's just flipping it.
I don't have my sunglasses. I wasn't prepared. Are you doing it?
Not yet. I'm just gonna hang out for now.
Okay.
Just watching.
Okay. I forgot about that thing. I didn't bring my sunglasses downstairs. My mistake.
So, Vaughn is going to quickly investigate the room the guard died in. See if there's any other resources in the area.
I'm not going to make you make perception checks for every single room that you're peeking into. You peek into, and it looks like a small map room of some kind. There's several tables laid out and several large maps which have been ornately carved out of wood instead of velvet or parchment or anything else. They are wooden carved maps. Some of them are relatively up to date. Some of them are 40 years old. You see one that's dated over 130 years ago. That's the one that's mounted on the wall immediately as you peek your way in. And you see all these different wooden carved maps throughout this room. It's a cartography.
I'm going to
room of some
assume
kind.
they're not of this building. They're just topography.
Of the continent.
Okay.
Of the continent.
So nothing useful in this moment.
Not that you can see. Soroka?
She's like waiting for what's supposed to happen when the countdown stops. So she's like looking around, like waiting for the poison smoke.
Make a perception check for me, please.
Yeah, sure.
Vaughn?
it's already there.
Can we say for certainty that this was genuinely the lady? Why can't I remember names?
Lady Kane?
Lady Kane. Can I say that was her and not a projection?
She physically touched you.
Okay.
She physically cut Cage's temple.
Yeah.
She was
clones exist.
likely
I don't
there.
know.
She did.
Okay.
Likely there. Likely there. As best as you can.
I rolled a dirty, nasty, filthy 20.
Dirty, nasty, filthy 20. So with the dirty, nasty, filthy 20, you hear several sets of footsteps. Start heading your
I'm
way.
gonna ready in action
From
to murder them.
Yeah, you're ready to cast murder. Okay. So you hear several footsteps
Do
approaching.
I hear that sound as well?
Yes. Yeah, I would say.
I'm gonna look over at Soroka and basically just say, we've done similar before, but stick together. Maybe we'll make it through this one as well.
Just like old times.
Yeah, this time just don't stab me in the back on the way out, okay?
My guy, all I did was leave. All I did was leave on a different boat. Like, it's honestly, it's fine. You're fine. You're alive. Like, what's your deal?
What is happening here? How do you guys know each other?
Oh, we did a deal. It went super well. I got a cool sword. He probably got something else. Like, we got out, and I just had something else to do.
3 other guards start making their way from another hallway directly opposite
Murder them.
T-frame.
Are you ready for
They're-
this?
They're 80
say
they're
that
80
I-
feet away right now.
Am I allowed to say that as long as we're not in active combat, Vaughn has an active firebolt ready to go?
Sure.
Soroka, are you ready for this?
Yes.
Do we see the guards that are 80 feet away?
Yes.
Vaughn lets one rip.
I grab your shoulder and I dimension Doris both immediately behind those guards.
She's so prepared. She full on freaking Inuyasha swings
Roll
with her giant sword.
roll your
actually what it is.
fireball. Roll your
That's
your
awesome.
attack. You get
Mine
advantage.
is a flat 20. Mine is
You-
flat 20, but I'll roll again for... that was a 2, so good.
Roll your fireball and roll your attack with advantage for full on nothing
I wish it
personnel
was
kid
fireball.
teleporting behind
I
them.
wish it was fireball.
Firebolts. Yeah, okay. So firebolt was a
yes,
dirty
7.
20. A 7 misses.
No. Dirty 20 on the attack.
7? 7?
So 7 damage.
Okay, so you bop the one on the right. You hit them in the shoulder with a bit of fire. As Sirocco comes by and takes the sword and is just ready to swing across.
The 20 hit.
20 hits.
Dang,
This
we
bad
so
boy.
good.
This bad boy.
Twist the sword
Can you-
upwards and
2d6 greatsword damage plus 2d4. You see, like, along the blade, like this like line of frost.
ooh, you activate the sword. Ooh.
Frosty girl.
Ooh.
All right, so they're gonna take 4 frost damage and 7 plus her strength, 10 slashing
You
damage.
flip the sword upwards and just drive it through the middle person's back, and you just watch it go all the way through, and you twist and you pull out, and the wound is frozen around all of the spots that you were currently through. No damage.
She
no
just
nothing,
goes-
as just full on down onto the ground.
For the
Just
record,
goes,
those not
nothing
seen,
personal.
chat is saying that various community members are these guards and they're getting murked. So I'm
yeah,
sorry.
that was a bad call, chat. That was a bad call. So sorry, Sirocco. What? Right after the kill, what are you thinking?
Oh, it's not cool anymore. It's fine.
Oh no, Sierra. Okay.
I have another attack.
You have another
so I'm gonna
attack.
make that. So I'm gonna make that with the other guard. Roll that bad. I rolled a natural 20. It's a 27 to hit.
Oh!
I'm rolling this in D&D Beyond.
Oh, I believe you either way. It's fine. Yeah, roll to murder.
How do you do critical damage?
Roll the dice double the value instead of roll double the amount of dice. Because that roll double the amount of dice tends to the median, which is boring. So,
I rolled boring.
okay.
All right, so I did 7 slashing damage and 6 frost damage.
That's enough. As the next one, you do... So the first one was a stab up and through. What do you want to do for the second?
Oh, I'm sorry. It was supposed to be double that. So I did 12 frost damage and I did 11 slashing damage.
Okay, how do you want to obliterate this next card?
I want to full on like pull it out of the other guard and then like twist and cut up through the groin and up to the shoulder.
And through. Just
Oh,
full
I
on.
hurt.
As they pop down in 2 halves. And I'm going to say, just to let you all go to the next scenario, the 1 point of health that the last guard had, he dies from panic damage. As
Spontaneously combust.
a heart attack.
Having-
Just instantaneous heart attack. As
Standing there, basically having just splatters of blood and frozen, frosty gore all over, essentially, from watching Sirocco do her best work.
She's got blood on her face.
Just a little
The
bit.
smell of like sulfur and the smoke dissipating still from the dimension door starts to fade, and I crack my knuckles and I look at Sirocco.
I'm just too
Just
busy
like
thinking about how
old
you just
times.
casually cast Dimension Door. Like, you just casually, like, yeah, we can use this now, screw it.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so just like old times, as you two.
Zon looks over at Valentine and goes, they're good too.
She just does that, no talk.
Grunts. Chill.
He grunts? Grunts?
Puppy's licking his paw too much. Yeah.
So then
I'll be
Vaughn
the baby.
walks up towards those two and says, all right, do we have a plan?
How can we
Murder.
have a
What?
plan if we don't know what's to come?
There. Okay, then.
As you all move down the hallway towards the next set of rooms, you have a hallway directly in front of you. You have another hallway which angles off to your right, off to your left, and then you have another door on your right. Where do you want to go next?
I have an idea. It's not great, but like, I'm just gonna like shoot it off. And she's just gonna yell at the top of her voice. Oh no! Almost got to the 3rd floor. On my way up there right now. You better stop me.
Blanche just stares at her.
Make a deception
Really?
check. Make a deception check with disadvantage.
That was your plan?
Advantage.
There's a reason. There's a reason.
All right, where's your plan?
Oh no, going to the 3rd floor.
Oh no!
Oh
Gonna get my
nothing
epic
happened.
on.
Vaughn is deliberately positioning himself in the middle of the group to have cover.
I rolled so poorly.
Oh no.
I rolled a
Awesome.
4 + 5.
Oh no.
Well,
So you-
Wilfred,
Yeah, go for
Wilfred
it.
walks out. Yeah, Wilfred walks out with a fresh. You're not on the. Sirocco. You're not on the 3rd floor.
And that
My
is
guy, it's a deception.
that is
My
the only
guy.
that's the only immediate thing that happens in response to your yelling to the ether.
She's
oh
still
no.
like ready.
Oh yeah, you're fully ready. So you all make your way through. What direction are you going? Because you hear more footsteps coming your way, and you have a feeling
Towards the footsteps.
these guards are not going to stop coming.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, that's one logic
I'm
we
gonna-
have.
I only know one way to get answers.
Okay.
Vaughn's
the end of a blade.
ready to go.
All right. You, instead of running away from the sounds, you turn tail. You turn on your heel and start running towards the guards.
Mm-hmm.
You,
Hey, yo, 40 feet.
yeah, you make your way towards a set of stairs that lead downward. On the landing directly at the bottom of a set of about 20 steps is an additional 3 guards. They have
Making
crossbows
sure.
ready.
These are guards and not other party attenders.
These are people who have all been dressed uniformly and are trying to shoot you with crossbows. Past that point, no one's taken a moment to see any further. You see 3 assailants wearing the same clothes
Yeah.
with crossbows, and they're gonna shoot.
Is there a banister?
There is a banister, but they're gonna shoot.
He unleashes another firebolt.
Okay, real quick. You said banister, so you're probably at the front. Sirocco, does a 16 hit
Yeah.
your armor class?
No.
Okay. Vaughn, does a 14 hit you?
Because of mage armor, no.
Does a 17 hit you, Cage?
Yep.
Okay. You take.
Yep.
You take 7 points of piercing damage as this heavy crossbow bolt whacks you right underneath the ribs on the left-hand side.
I'm assuming that a 12 does not hit.
12 hits.
Good to
How do you
know.
use potions in D&D?
My firebolt
For
he
me?
he hits specifically
Okay.
the one that tried to shoot me. The mage armor tanks it in midair, and I'm like, really? And just let this one fly for 5 damage.
Okay, you bop them, but not enough to kill.
I also use my bow and strike the one that hit Cage.
Okay, go
It
ahead
was
and shoot.
14 to hit.
14 hits.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Cage,
Ah,
just roll the number of dice. I don't think you can use a potion in D&D Beyond. You might be able to, and it'll do the healing
Can.
for you. Just roll the amount of dice you need to do and add it to your health.
Do
If
7
you click
damage.
the item and it brings up the bar, click the die next to it.
Oh, cool. So then you can actually
Oh,
absolutely do
cool.
it.
Yeah.
That's dope. 7 damage on to the one that hit Cage. Okay, so 2 of them are now damaged. Sirocco,
But not
you're
dead.
but not dead.
Your girl's banister surfing.
Make a dexterity check.
For sure.
The price of being flashy in D&D.
I pull out my next bow.
Yeah,
get ready
you
to hit.
you get 2 shots around, right? So yeah, pop off.
How about a 6 to hit?
6 misses. How's your dexterity check, Sirocco?
I thought that
Roll
was
a
like-
8.
An 8.
No.
Yeah.
You plant both of your feet on the rail. The boots, they're brand new. Like you just bought them for this party. So the underside of the soles isn't very slick. They're very grippy. So you roll about 4 feet before they catch, and you fall over the banister railing down to the stairs, directly
Okay.
opposite. You fall onto the stairs opposite.
Oh,
Like
crap.
now you are separated from the party by the 3 guards. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage from the fall.
Okay, that's fine.
You look down the hallway and you see 8 more people dressed similarly. 4 of whom are armed with heavy crossbows, 4 of whom are armed with various melee weapons of one kind or another, who are currently.
She looks up on the ground.
Yeah.
And she's like, hell yeah.
Yep. So you see 8. So you see 8 of them, all standing off in this way in the hallway as they're going through. Second shot from Volante, Eldritch Cannon, I'm assuming, and Eldritch whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I'll try to shoot it with my pistol. So I'll pull up my pistol, and
Oh, the
you see
pistol.
that it, or my revolver. I'm sorry, yeah, my
Yeah.
revolver. So this kind of ornate revolver firearm kind of comes up, and you see that like the, it doesn't actually have like the 6 bullet hole or like things that you would normally cartridges that you see, and it totally misses with a no 4 plus 7, so 11
Hits.
Does 11 hit? Oh wow, okay, proficiency is fantastic. So that
Gotta
is
love
a
that pistol.
7. Yeah, pistol of 7 plus 7 plus 4, so 14, 18 damage.
So
as
all
I just pull up.
So you're all here, and you hear this pistol, and you hear this click, 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 bang, and the third of those 3 guards just falls over, just absolutely just dead on the spot.
Yeah.
How many guards are left?
2, both damaged.
And then
Quick question, real quick. We do not see the guards down the hallway, do we?
Not yet. Sorry,
Not yet,
Wilfred.
okay.
What's going on still?
yeah, so after my turn, my cannon always goes.
Yep. So Cannon
So-
shoots it as well.
Yeah, it's artificer is so 15 plus
Hits.
things.
15
More like
hits.
Artificer.
Yeah,
God.
so 2d8, 5.
Already
plus
dead. You don't need to roll the rest of
11.
the dice. Already dead. They have 10 health. Okay. Like, bam. The next one goes down. All right.
Are there any of them still alive? In that little
One.
I
cluster?
think the one left.
1.
I'm gonna approach it and I'm gonna cast Friends.
Okay. So you roll the little on your cheek. You cast Friends. That cancels out your disadvantage. It's not a charm. Wait. Charisma saving throw? It's a charm effect,
It
right?
is a.
I believe so.
And I have
For the
advantage because
duration,
you're.
you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile, which I already technically have with Actor.
It
But when the spell
is-
ends,
They are hostile to you.
right. balls.
So you,
I
so
didn't
you
even think about that.
So you go to cast the spell, and he, and you see them like ratcheting the string of the bow back really quickly and trying to roll over into cover as there's an arrow in their shoulder right now.
Eldritch Blast!
Okay, blow them away.
Man.
I know that's not action economy, but at this point I want everybody to get a kill. So
Yeah.
17 to hit.
hits, yeah,
He's dead.
yeah.
And 13 damage.
He's gone.
Very dead as you just blow them away. So it's like, hey, we could be Eldritch Blast. But yeah, okay. So you've taken out the 3 that are on the stairs now. Sirocco, you get to stand up, and there's 8 more that are standing maybe 80 feet away from you, and your party is 1 floor up on the stairs. What are you doing?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Let her go, Sierra.
Don't do it.
Let her go.
Alante already knows and is shaking her head.
I need you to understand something about Sirocco Gelstorm.
Cage
Oh,
And it's
size.
that you've got to let her go.
In the
So
interest... Go for it.
go ahead.
No, go for it. I want you to say it, and then I'll say it.
All right. So she stands up and she's like, yeah. And she like enters that like cold, calm, calculated state that is her rage. And you see this like aura start sweeping up at her feet, with like these blue flames like flickering. And she's gonna freaking rush them. And she can close 80 feet. But she's gonna make it about... She's gonna make it to 50 so that they can't... Gonna meta, you know, whatever.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's
Yeah.
all good. They can come to you.
Her. Yeah.
So your hair starts to, from that static electricity and the charge that you generate in the air, the hair starts to just slowly levitate upwards. The static going through, the sword drawn, the cold air going off of it. You get up just close, you dig your heels in. Oh, come on. And upstairs, everybody hears, coon, slash, 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 splatter. Here, tung, 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 3 arrows. You see 2 bolts go into the wall opposite you. And you walk out, and Sirocco was in a beautiful black dress, and with the sword drawn, hair nicely set up. The hair is going upwards. The eyes have turned slightly pure white from the rage as she went into an even deeper state of this. And there are just bodies on the floor around her as
Where they belong.
She had a moment.
I guess not quite like old times.
You see
So-
Alante look over at Kate. Was she always like this?
Well,
Gun ho.
safe to say the last job was about get in, get out. This is a whole new side of, I'm scared. Yeah.
Noted.
I'm scared.
Doesn't Sirocco look just beautiful in that anguish?
Vaughn
that she
slaps
had?
him. Vaughn's like, shut up.
Oh, so as you all stand there marveling at Sirocco doing what she does best, right?
God, I just killed 8 of them in 1 second.
Yeah.
8 new potential friends he could have had.
Yeah. I mean, they'll be friends in the next life,
Roll
maybe.
to feel guilty.
Yeah, roll to feel guilty.
Vaughn-
Roll the d20.
Vaughn,
Yeah.
I choose to fail.
Okay, you no, wait, does that mean you feel guilty?
Oh, that means I do not feel guilty.
Oh, I was gonna say this is the opposite of falling in love. So roll, and as long as you don't get a natural 1, you don't feel guilty.
Oh, all right. Roll for everyone. Yep.
I like it.
No, just
I
once.
rolled a
Just
5.
yeah, once for the group. It's fine. So
Oh.
yeah, it's fine. Yeah, just once for the group. So
One
you're
for
good.
each person.
Yeah,
Ron
yeah.
is checking the body to see faces he recognizes from the party.
Make
Yeah.
a perception check for me, or an investigation check as you're ripping masks off.
24.
While he does that, I'd like to say I appreciate the ambient music. It's pretty
It's
solid.
very good.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
I
Mongo's rating?
Hey,
Mongo
Mongo for the
rated.
raid. Thank you, buddies.
Hey!
Hey, we're
Yay.
killing a bunch of
Told
you
you.
all in chat. So,
Howdy.
as you start ripping
You are
masks
rating.
off, the first 3 that you pull off, nobody recognized. The 4th one that you pull off was one of that couple that was laughing at the prince. The man specifically.
Oh no.
He
That was
he
giggling.
checks the rest. Or is there any other eyes he sees?
Pull the 8th mask. His counterpart.
He slams the helmet down. Damn it!
Yeah, as the two of you see 2 faces you recognize amongst the group of the 8 that Sirocco had just cut down. The 2 of them that were giggling at the prince earlier in the session.
Where's
I
my
run
mask?
For the record, until this point, Vaughn has been very composed and regulating his motions. That he just bursts into a rage at that.
Okay, so you go off into a wizard rage, which does not give you extra
No,
damage.
no, it's not like that. He just slams it down in like very visible, uncontrolled fury
Yep.
at what's happening.
So, Volante, what are you doing?
Valanthe is curious, and she immediately runs down the stairs to see what he's angered about. And she just stares at the bodies.
one of them is one of the members of your group. I forget what you said. Citadel. Sorry.
Citadel.
One of them. You see the familiar markings on the cheeks, the 4 lines above the eye, indicating the rank and station of one of the members of your citadel.
She falls down to her knees. And then she lightly wants to take her hand and choke this dead person. Because she's so full of anger that this person would dare to hit someone of a royal family. She pulls back and just stands up. We're getting
Oh,
out
shit,
of
me?
here.
Oh no.
I'm done with these games.
Oh man.
Someone is going to pay.
I'm curious about the other 3's reaction to that. I'm curious about that.
Yeah.
Cage is unfazed.
I'm busy.
Yeah. I think Wilfred would look over at Cage and just. Well, I suppose this is interesting.
Basically, Battle Royale, they pit us all against each other, so we're all dying. Unless we decide to get out of here and not focus on combat, when look at us, he just... Assuming there's a health bar above us, he gestures at that. And he goes, we're done.
Sirocco anime flicks the blood off her sword, and she's like, if you're that worried, just give him your potion.
Ooh.
He looks over English.
What was that sound?
That's my new name.
Yeah.
That's how it's. That's actually what it sounds like in Elven. Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Or more.
yeah.
He's like, what are we doing? And he's like unbridled rage in his voice. What are we doing?
How many barbarians are in this party?
2.5.
Find a way out. I don't know how. I don't know where.
You
But
start
we're
hearing
getting
more
out of this.
footsteps. You start hearing more footsteps.
Vaughn
Other
instantly
people
checks for a door.
who are
nearby.
coming your way. You are near the bottom of a stairs in the central kind of area, not the Great Hall, but another hall. There are several spots of like doors, rooms. You have 10 choices that you could potentially go for. Are you trying to go up to ground, find another room on the
He's
first
finding
floor?
a door.
Or
He's
are you trying
finding
to
a
find
safe
out?
haven.
Are you trying to get out?
He's
What are you
finding
trying
a door that will hold.
A door that will hold. Make a perception check for me very quickly. What's everybody else doing? while
Maybe
he's doing
I am the door that holds.
it? Okay.
I'll walk down the stairs
15.
and meet them.
Yep. So you walk down. You also see a few people, specifically the woman that you saw dancing with Lord Demetrius
Me.
is amongst the group, standing there. She had a large axe that she was holding, and now she's just on the ground staring upwards. 15. You see a large set of kind of metal reinforced oak doors that are maybe about 60 feet away and across the hall and on one of the side doors. It looks like a little like art gallery of some kind.
I'm assuming there are footsteps coming from that direction.
Not that one specifically. There's several from upstairs and several coming from the opposite direction of that door.
Am I to
One.
believe that there are more guards coming?
There's
Vaughn
more.
points in that direction, says there, and starts moving.
There's more people coming. You can hear footsteps approaching from multiple
Two.
directions at this point.
Vaughn is deducing. Is he was that spell that was cast an illusion spell that was cast on us
Spell that was cast an illusion spell. There was a spell cast on you?
from Lady Kane.
No, those are just something on her that you noticed, not something that was being cast on you. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. So, Cage, yes, you can hear footsteps coming from almost every direction. Not the one that Vaughn just pointed in. However,
I'm going to assume that it is guards, much like we've already had. They've had like masks on and whatnot. Accurate?
yes.
I-
It's now that you've taken a moment to look, it's like a theater mask. It is a black mask, no features, just simple lips, simple slits for the eyes, little slit to breathe through on the nose. Other than that, perfectly smooth and featureless.
All right, you're gonna see as Cage stands there, you're gonna see a familiar swirl of smoke start to gather at his feet, and he's gonna slowly start changing form. And he's like, "Well, there's a little bit more information I gotta get." As his voice changes into that of one of the dead people that was recently just deceased.
Closest approximation that you can
recognizes.
get. Yeah.
Yeah, and then just kind of puts their mask back on their face and tries to take the form of one of these guards.
With your abilities, easy enough to do.
Oh. What? I like the way you think. And then he also uses disguise self.
The two of you are now dressed as those guards. As the other three of you, Vaughn has started running for a set of large, reinforced-looking doors. So Volante and Sirocco, where are you going? What are you doing?
We're engaged currently. I think, right?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
I look at Cage and I say, see if you can grab one of them to check off into this room that Vaughn has gone into. I want answers. And she runs after Vaughn.
Well, that's
Okay.
the plan. And he starts walking towards the footsteps.
Okay. Are you picking up like a weapon or anything? Also, by the way.
I've put my hands forward, and the illusion of a crossbow, similar to that they've been holding, just kind of formulates like it's an extension of my own hand.
Just pushing it. I could say you could grab a crossbow. Easy.
Sure,
enough.
I'll grab a crossbow
Okay,
if you're gonna
yeah.
if you're gonna have an issue with me squeaky pants in it.
I mean, you can full on squeaky pants, but I don't want you to be fully unarmed, right? So like, yeah. So you reach over, grab a crossbow, and you're squeaky pantsing your way over to the group. Wilford, you going with?
I'm actually gonna stay with the bodies and like look like I'm trying to assess them while the others try to walk in.
Okay, makes sense. So we'll deal with the two of you in just a moment. The three of you make your way in through the little area and through those large doors. You run through. Are you just closing and bolting them behind you? Or are you trying
I'm
to secure them?
surveying the room for other doors first.
One other set of doors directly opposite the room. It is a large octagonal room, about 80 feet by 150 feet. Very dark. Some interior walls that don't currently make it all the way up to the ceiling. Singular points of light from little arcane light generators over different paintings and works of art. that you see. Several different styles and sizes of all lit by a singular point of arcane light directly above, pointing down at the pieces of work that have been mounted on these walls. There's about maybe a dozen of these works altogether. There's also 2 small statues or idols on small podiums near the center of the room. And I'm watching Siroko's eyes light up. as you make your way in, there's one door directly opposite. Looks almost identical to the doors that you just went through.
That seems like the only way out. Should we go?
Do we want to move or stay? I'm frankly in favor of staying put for a while we recuperate.
Who else was in that room with them?
Sorry? I didn't hear the first half.
Who is in this room?
Just the 3 of you right now. It's a moment of
I am
quiet.
in this room. I'm looking at these idols and I'm dropping my rage because I'm curious.
Make
Vaughn does close the door and cast Arcane Lock.
Ooh. Okay, good to know. So that door is unopenable.
The big door that is nothing's getting in that.
Good to
What if
know.
you smash it?
Be ready to cover that door, otherwise take a break.
Okay. So while you're
I'm also-
casting, that takes a
I'm also
minute to
sending you-
cast, or is it an action?
It is an action.
An action. Good to know. But while
What a
you're casting
sneaky
that,
thing to do while your party is outside still.
how
I am
wonderful
setting
of
the
you.
password, don't worry.
And how are you gonna tell it to him? Anyway, Sirocco, make a history check. This is the closest equivalent I have to like art. Make an art check. Make a history check. 12. As you're looking at a few of the pieces, there are things that look mildly familiar, and they look similar to pieces you've seen before. Like some of the brushwork is the same. You look at the little plaques next to a few of them, and a few give names of artists that you recognize. You've fleeced a few of their pieces in the past, once or twice. You normally don't deal in art as much, but you've dabbled. There's a few, though, in the center that as you look at them, it's strange. The longer you look, the more unsettling the painting becomes. So it's a portrait of a family sitting on a beach. And then you notice that the sandcastle off to their left, the circle around it kind of has teeth. And the beach towel has like some spider legs crawling off on the side.
I'm gonna stab it.
The child's left arm is a bit of a tentacle as it wraps around. Make a wisdom saving throw
Stab it?
to perceive it.
Oh, because I'm perceiving it. 12.
You're looking at it a little too closely.
Perceive me.
12. You flip the blade up, two-handed, and you go to stab, and you... and the blade stops about an inch from the canvas. You try again, and your muscles lock up. You can't. You can't. Can't. Can't.
So this is on the wall, or this is laying down?
This is one of the ones that's on the interior walls. This is one of the central 4 that are planted. Volante, you're watching Sirocco go to stab the painting and just freeze, and then stab and freeze, and she starts to move less and less, and she's just staring at the painting.
Really trying to fight this painting. You really would fight anything, wouldn't you?
Her arms go loose. She's just staring.
This is a
Sirocco?
bad acid trip.
And I go and I
Does Vaughn
turn her
notice this
around.
after he
I
casts
grab her
his spell?
shoulder, turn her around.
Yeah. Rip her away. Volante, all of a sudden, Sirocco, you go from the painting and your eyes glaze over and it goes cloudy for a few seconds. And then you see Volante, hands on your shoulders, like shaking you a little bit.
Start slapping those little face cheeks.
Yeah.
You there?
Little pops.
I'm here.
What happened?
Hello.
Why were you fighting it? Are you
Little face cheeks.
mental in the brain?
I'm mental in my brain, yes.
I stare at the painting.
Make a wisdom
see
saving
what-
throw.
Vaughn is watching this at this point.
Yeah, that's fine. But they're doing a thing. Let's let them do a thing.
Yeah.
Let's let some fun happen. Ooh, okay. Make a wisdom saving throw.
How's a 9?
9. You start to look, and the maternal figure, her head's detached by like a few inches. It's just separated off, and there's a skeleton floating in the beach, and there's an arm crawling out of a pit in the sand, and it's twisted and warped as you stare. And Sirocco, you watch as Volante goes from slapping you and she peeks over your shoulder.
And I start slapping her.
And the arms,
And now I'm doing
the arms go slack, and you do ba 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 ba. It's like, yeah.
I
And
hold her face and I bring it to mine.
yeah.
We can't
Yes.
look at this painting anymore.
Get out of my face!
She's back.
What?
Great.
Something's not right.
We should fireball the painting.
Without
look at Vaughn.
hesitating, Vaughn firebolts it.
Firebolt. It's the
I'm
main-
not fireballing. I'm not burning
I'm
spell
resistant
slot.
to fire
Are
damage.
you looking at it, or are you like just kind of blindly throwing it?
He watched it and he's
no.
looking at them, but as looking at them, he casts in its direction.
Do me a favor, just make an attack roll at disadvantage, because it is, for intents and purposes, imperceptible to you, because you cannot see it.
22.
With disadvantage?
17 and a 12.
Shit, man, that's not bad. The flame starts to catch on the corner.
Actually, no, it's a flat 20. My bad. It's a +8. Ignore
That's
me.
fine. That's
Either
enough.
way.
The flame starts to catch on the corner as it. You don't need to roll damage. The flame
Yeah.
starts to catch on the corner and starts to move through. And the two of you who looked at the painting, you swear you hear a little bit of waves, a little bit of a just a child's giggle, and then the waves turn to as the painting starts to burn away. Cool. The two of you who are outside of the room.
It's fine.
I
it's
just scared the
normal.
heck out of my
Alice.
chat. I told you
Chad
this
is not
spooky.
happy.
I told you this spooky. So the two of you who are outside of the room, Cage, you start running towards another group of guards, and Wilfred, you're miming, assessing the bottom, the cacophony of bodies that Sirocco has left behind. Go ahead, make deception checks for me, both of you, please.
Both of us?
Yes.
Mine will be at an advantage.
Yes, because you are. Actually, you're both disguised. You can both make them with advantage. That's a good point.
Okay, the advantage
Plus
did
a
not
natural
help.
20.
Ooh,
So many of those this game.
So that's an 18.
18. Good enough that Cage, you're able to engage with a group of the guards, other patrons, guards. I don't know. I'm not sure what we should call them. You're not sure what you should think of them as in this moment, but other people wearing the same garb as you, armed with random weapons of one kind or another. And one of them walks up and says, "Where did they go?"
Well, the targets, they went that way.
And are you pointing at the
Pointing back at the bodies.
Oh, okay. I've been busy.
I just missed them. I tried to get a good shot at them, but it seems like they evaded my these crossbows. What are we even doing here?
Yes, have an existential crisis.
Oh, I feel like this is brought
mean-
back from your past.
You know your task. Finish your job.
Do we
Clear
really?
the floor. Clear the floor. Sweep it room by room. We're not losing them now. We have them cornered.
Well, here's the thing. My crossbow doesn't seem to be working, and one of you fellas sure looks like you got a nice working one. How about I take you to where I found him? I think others, we can split up. Why don't one of y'all just guys come with me real fast, like?
I can see the bodies from here. Go grab one of theirs.
That's the thing, none of them work.
Make a persuasion. Make a deception check again. You're push. You're still at not advantage.
I can confirm through my mage armor that it in fact did work.
None of them
What
work.
is my deception? My deception is plus.
All this
Hi.
tells me is I need to add southern accents somewhere in my world. So this is something that I have to do.
Plus
Now.
4.
Yeah.
I rolled 14 plus 4, 18.
18?
Look,
give her
we
yours.
ordered real cheap ones. Honestly, I don't know what the deal is. If you think with the Emerald Palace, they can
Give
at least
her
get the good
yours.
ones.
And now you can see as they reach out, large full orc hand, not entirely dissimilar to your normal one, grabs a crossbow, shoves it onto your chest. You would do well not to disparage the lady of the house or her provisions.
Right, okay. Fair enough. Well,
Clear the floor. Sweep it room by room. We do not need to let them go for long. And the group starts to split off into groups of 2 or 3 as they start boop, 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 boop.
How many groups?
They go
There was
get
about
brooms.
12 of them, so there's 4 groups of people who are currently sweeping room by room. They're working over where cages met them. They have about you clock about maybe a dozen rooms before they'd be past the bodies and headed into your compatriots' direction.
all right. As they split up, how many were there in total, and which are like? You said the smallest group was 2 that
2.
split up.
Yes.
Okay, I am going to cast Charm Person. Basically, as they run off,
They are
unless
friendlies
they're
now.
running, they are friendly.
Ooh.
Okay, Cage. So charm person, what level?
As they're running off, max level. I'm a warlock, my dog.
That's right. So how many people can you bop at once?
Let's see. Second level or higher, you can target 1 additional creature. So if there's a group of 2, I'm taking both.
You could take a group of 2 or a group of 3 at that point, but a group of 2, easy enough. There's several. So you splinter off from the leader. They grab 2 others and start heading off in another direction. You go to catch up with another group of 2, and you cast Charm Person. Wisdom saves, I believe.
Yep, wisdom saves, and what you see is me just come up behind him, one hand on either shoulder, and just say, "Time to come with me, boys." And cast Charm Person.
Do you get advantage if they perceive you as an ally? Or do they get this? It's just they roll with advantage if they perceive you as hostile. It's not the other way around, right? It's just a straight roll.
Yeah, I think it's just a straight wisdom saving.
Okay. Okay. You see the 2 of them, crossbows up, sweeping the room. One of them, the shoulders relax a little bit. They kind of lean into your hand. The other one turns. It's like, you know, that sounds like a great idea. Where should we be going?
Follow me. And I'm gonna walk back towards where we initially left the party, and that door was there.
Cool. So you are leading 2 charmed guards. How long does that last?
About an hour.
An hour? Cool. So you got time. You got time.
Yeah,
So,
lackeys.
so it lasts about as long as your disguise would. So you're good. So you start walking over. Wilfred, you're in the process of miming all of the bodies. That same orcish person runs up to you. What are you doing?
There's been a lot of slaughter here. What should I
You
be
seen my
doing?
pistol?
That was about to come up.
You know what? Here, help me move the weapons. We can't let them getting anything additional.
Yeah, hold on. Let me go grab this, and I go grab my staff that I'd put on like the stairs,
Okay.
and then I pull out my pistol and shoot him in the back.
Make an attack with disadvantage.
This is what I've been hearing about.
That advantage. I rolled a nat 1 and then a 16 plus 7, so
Click, 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 click. Bam! Ba, 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 ba. Go ahead and roll damage.
alright. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so 8 plus 4, 12. 12 damage.
Does the pistol have a name? I need to know this.
Ba,
And
ba,
why is
ba.
it named Margaret?
Yeah. Well, my pistol named Margaret says
Miss Margaret.
good night.
Miss Margaret.
Miss Margaret says
Miss
good night.
Margaret says goodnight.
Time
As
to
you
sleep.
blast them. Yeah, they're dead. You just shoot them in the back of the head. Just full of... But that was loud, and that caught a lot of
Yes,
attention. So where are you going?
Absolutely. I'm gonna stand there and put my staff down and then look surprised.
You get a group of 3 of them walk up and just see you standing over this guard with a bullet hole in the back of their head with the staff right next to you, and you're just like, oh, all right, like make a deception check. Make a deception
Yeah.
check. A higher DC because of the situation that you're in, just so you know.
That is an 18 plus
Oh, good.
3, 21. That's a 21.
Yay.
What happened?
Hey,
What happened?
I don't know. There was a loud noise and he just fell.
I mean, it's not true, though.
Yeah, he ain't lying.
There's no deception.
Persuasion rather than deception.
I don't know what happened. There was just a loud noise, and then he just went away.
Loud boom, go by. Loud boom, go by. I don't know.
He just fell over dead, and you're just like, oh, what happened? And I just thought I would just stand here and just go, oh, and hope it was
Honestly,
fine.
This is the most relatable thing that's happened so far.
Yep. Okay. All right.
I
Woo.
mean, Wilfred, I said, was a survivor.
What you got there? Oh, just a gun. No biggie.
Gun
Oh,
was
this
put
here-
away.
This here is Margaret. Margaret.
Yeah, Miss Margaret.
So the next one back is like, we need to find cover, and they grab you and they start escorting, like running as a group, not to like
So as-
move you away,
No,
but to like pull you with them to keep you safe.
So this one's up to you. Technically, the cannon would do an action after my turn. So could it skitter off my staff and shoot at one of them?
Yes, sure. The little spider legs detach and it up the wall, and from underneath the bottom of the stairs, it like boom, it shoots as well. Sure. Okay, yeah, roll an attack for the cannon.
It rolls an 11.
That hits! Their AC's 11. They're not really hard to hit. These are stormtroopers, and you're just obliterating entire families. Okay, yeah, all right.
Laguno establishes that these are actually the people, our compatriots that we came in here with, and that it's really tragic they're dying.
Haha, Warlock Burr.
We are using this C word real liberally.
Yeah, it's more like party goers, I think, at this
Yeah.
point.
We're like targets. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shared
you
air
you
does
say
not mean
you say moral dilemma. I say target rich environment.
So it did 4 plus 6?
That's enough.
10
They have
damage.
10 health. They're dead. Just blew away. All right, but still, so that just it sells.
Just like
It's
so confused.
you're selling. You're 100% selling the idea of being sniped at by the robot. Like a few people take crossbow shots. Does it have an AC? It does.
It
right?
does. It does. 100%.
What's its? Oh, they miss. What's its AC? Is it AC 11?
It's 18.
Oh, both bolts directly impact it, glance offward, and the thing, it doesn't actually have a brain. It is fully autonomous, but its automatic intimidation subroutine kicks in, and it starts going like it's charging up a gigablast as you are grabbed with 3 other guards and run into another room. It's another art gallery, right? You see several different paintings.
Yeah.
The largest thing you see in this room is this large kind of stone, like gold or sandstone, like a golden stone or sandstone kind of obelisk, as it's set around with a similar kind of black mirror in front of it. You and several of the guards move your way in. You walk in and you see, like they walk in and then everybody drops and everybody grabs their weapons, readies their weapons, because somebody who's not dressed in the same outfit as all of you is standing in front of that art piece in the center of the room and just kind of staring into it right now, unmoving, dressed in kind of this bright white with gold threading, a silver chest plate, and a little shoulder pauldron, and bright platinum armor down one arm. You see this very well-dressed, well-to-do person, arms slack on their sides, glass just like barely hanging off of one finger, as they're just standing, looking into the mirror.
Hold. Let's see. Let's make sure that. And I'll walk up to them and put my hand on their shoulder.
No immediate reaction. They're just staring into this mirror.
What do you see? And then I'll like try to look past them and to see what's in the mirror.
Okay. So you see, and they're looking, and the mirror's opaque. And in the moment, you see your reflection. And you like kind of lean in a little bit more to try to catch his eye line, and you see your reflection.
Are you really that obsessed with yourself?
And as you look up at him, just out of the corner of your eye, you see your reflection turn to face you. And that's where we'll end tonight's session, everyone.
What?
So,
What?
so
Who wants to
that
complain for 5 hours? Oh, my camera.
that is where we will end tonight's session, everybody. Oh,
Wow.
I'm so excited. Oh, thank you all
my
for
God.
sticking through
That
for the
was so
first half
good.
of this
So
chaos.
good.
We'll be back with everybody here next Friday, November 5th. Same time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll be right back here on Twitch for the second half of this game of hide and seek, and what exactly will potentially transpire. So
We're going to the 3rd floor.
Okay, so, oh, I am so excited. I'm so excited. Thank you all for playing along for this craziness. This is, hopefully you didn't mind me whammying you at the first break too badly.
Thank
That
you
was
for
a very
jamming.
hard whammy,
Yeah,
and I am not
no.
happy. Vaughn is upset.
Well,
You said,
have
"Hey,
a-
wizard, you already are very squishy. Now be even more squishy."
yep. I knocked 90 points off of your barbarian in a single hit. I think you don't get to be the loudest about
No,
that.
I don't. But I gave them my superior healing potion, so I think I can.
Okay.
That was a terrible choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
don't do that.
Voluntarily, I'll add.
Yeah, voluntarily.
I was
So-
It's a really good choice.
It was a good decision. On paper, that's a very good decision to give the health hungry monster a lot of health. But
Yeah, if I had sneezed
Dang it.
on you, you would have died.
Yeah, you still can, I guess. You are kind of a murder beast.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
murder
I
piece.
know.
we will be back next. We will be back next week, next Friday, to see whether or not and who happens to survive the night. Third floor.
come back next time on Laguna
Floor.
This is my summoning circle.
Can we get some lore emotes in chat? Give us some lore emotes. Spam lore. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it right now.
All right. So thank you all real quick. So we'll have another week with you all. So we'll see you all very, very soon. Thank you all for playing with me. I appreciate you. Thank you all for being in chat and accepting being murdered as each of the individual patrons and guards. I realized I wasn't watching chat as much, but thank you all very much for this. If you haven't yet, go check out the Loot Tables Kickstarter, where you can grab one of these beautiful character trackers, or this is something I haven't mentioned yet, character class icon and versions of the Loot Tables Dual Vaults with the character classes right there to match your card right together.
Oh,
So
snap.
perfect. I was off the screen where everybody can see you. Boop. There you go. Okay, SDM. But yeah, several of them have a lot of our stuff. All right, that's it for me, everybody. That's it for all of us. Take care of yourselves. Be good to each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Good night.
Thanks for letting me kill you.
Bye.
Have a good night, chat.
Bye.
Bye-bye.